Yeah.
It was a static image before I clicked onto Discord.
You didn't see the teeth in the eye.
No, I just saw a line on the chest which looked like, oh, that's fine, it's artistic. That's all. I didn't see what the issue was. Actually, kind of reminds me. If anyone remembers the cartoon Ben 10, it kind of reminds me of Ghost Freak.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Ben, if Ghost Freak was also a cat. Now what to go possess people.
Well, we are starting session, so you might get a chance.
Ninja!
Hello. Maybe.
Rich!
Hello, I'm here.
May guy!
Sup?
Sorceress!
Hello.
Crazy spirit lady!
Hi.
You don't get a class, this is who you are.
I prefer the class Disney princess.
My apologies. Disney princess wasn't in the system.
Oh, sorry.
But Crazy Spirit Lady is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an NPC class.
Oh, you're right.
I think it works perfectly. Alright. So, welcome back to Team PC's Misadventures. Isn't it always an adventure?
Some sort, yeah.
The group makes it back to the keep with no issue at all.
Woo.
Nothing interesting happens along the way, and honestly speaking, nothing too interesting probably happens immediately for the initial week after you get back. It's calm. I mean, except for Maya being annoyed by her little brother.
Business as usual.
Pretty much. At least you won't get homesick.
Well, not anymore.
It's
Not for
familiar.
a while.
Yes, I agree, Amaya's little brother.
But he's a bird and not a dog.
Mm-hmm. So no barking today.
Wait, what? Amaya's little brother's weird bird thing?
Yes,
Yes.
Didn't know that.
not doggy. No doggo. Alright, shifting that back. Also, Adeline, sorry, you're gone. Adeline is occupied right now.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Strangely, where's your spy master?
Hey!
It's probably fine.
Her title is not Spy Master, it's Gossip Lord.
Sorry, but where is your gossip lord right now? And where's Adeline? Probably not important. So where are those 2 bottles of wine?
Lordy. These degenerates.
Look, it's probably not. It's probably not connected.
Let's just avoid the basement for now, just to be safe.
I will not be charging the group any kind of maintenance fee for the time you're away. Not this time. You were only gone 1 week, so I'll waive the fee this time. That said, though, the snow, well, continues to gently come down. Though it's not oppressive, it's not too heavy. But it does continue to come down. You do now have a nice clear road towards the main city, towards Helgas, greatly cutting down on travel time. It no longer being an arduous trek to get there, just now a very long walk.
Woohoo.
Or, a decently short horse ride or carriage ride.
If you have a good horse or carriage ride, yeah, sure, but you don't have really retainer horses and carriages that way.
I do.
Yet.
You have a retainer elk.
Yes.
Though honestly, I think the elk actually has a retainer academy.
Mhm.
Looks
it'd be-
like the cable repair guy is here, so I could get knocked offline at any minute. Just a heads up.
Okay, come back when you can.
It's clearly your little brother. But for those of you who are not being torn away at any moment, or while you're here, while you're not being torn away.
Yep.
As winter continues to set in, how's everyone feeling? The servants have gotten kind of better use of trying to keep the heat warm, so it's not nowhere inside getting too cold now. But it's certainly a different time of year now. The snow kind of coming down, and well, some of you are probably getting used to it now, having been bundled up in slightly warmer clothing. Or for Maya, that's just like home, right?
Yeah, it's not cold enough to be home.
Good.
There's only 2 feet of snow on the ground.
That's true. But Cadby can still poke her head out from the top of it. That's the problem.
It's very interesting to walk through full snow for Cadme. She's either bouncing on the top of it, or she's up to her neck. It's
I mean, I think just like everyone, she's on top of the snow for the most part.
Yeah.
Or
Nor
she's
does she
riding
probably-
someone else.
And also, nor does she probably sink very much either. Just
No,
given
she
the-
doesn't. Especially since she can just sort of snap her fingers and then no longer be affected by difficult terrain.
For how long?
Few hours. Need to look.
Long enough.
It's how she flies through canopies and not get destroyed.
I like the idea it was something just it was like she'd be able to wear a really big snowbank, it was something to wear out and just sink.
Hmm.
I need to figure out Hestia's birthday because at some point she turns a year old during this.
Oh, so does Kelvis, I think. So does Cadme.
I mean, I'm going to say she's probably had her birthday at this point.
Probably.
Everybody doesn't really know her birthday.
Like we're already at about like 9 months, so
She's more in winter though, as when she was born. I was thinking more like the Glorian equivalent December.
Speaking of,
fair enough.
Amaya's birthday is like almost here, isn't it?
Probably.
Because what month is it in game?
Let me check. It is. Let's see, we started in spring, went through that, went through autumn, went into winter. It's early December, I think. Equivalent. Check. I know it's either late November or early December, one of the two. So
I think it's late November.
I'm gonna say Kelvis has had her birthday then.
Because Amaya's birthday is Neth 28th,
we'll check.
and I've been waiting for that event.
Let's see, after a week of time, it is NEF 26.
Yeah, Amaya's birthday is in 2 days.
You know what I'm hearing?
Party.
Yep.
Yes.
Party. I guess it's time to send out invites to our friends in Helgus.
Wait, you haven't already done that? I did.
Okay. Well, I mean, to be fair, we just got back.
And this is what we have a spy master for, people. Sorry, gossip master.
Yeah, we have a steward now as well. Just tell him to send the invites. Yeah, I think I'll make Kelvis a year older now as well. I don't know when her birthday is, I just know it's sometime in winter, because she doesn't know when her birthday is. Just sometime in winter.
I mean, she might just take this thing of whenever the new year rolls around, go got 1 year, regardless of when you're actually born.
That's basically how she's been tracking it. I'm just doing it now so I don't forget later.
It's just how a lot of people do it, so if you don't remember what it is, or you don't know when it is, just do that. Or mark some other special day of the year that you'll choose to act as your name's day. As it stands, Luna, and by extension, Amaya's little brother Benjamin, will not be staying here that much longer.
Good.
Especially given you have you have someone else to escort back up north. They'll be planning to leave very soon. Jesse is dead. Grim.
The time when we've been back, Cowis has been in our mood again, and it's been entirely because of David. Slightly because of Luna and Amaya and whatever her brother was. But mostly because of David right now.
Why do you let one thing ruin your entire day?
Because.
Because, okay.
Because useful answers from killers.
Cowis would probably have an answer. I do not. I don't know where this question just sprung on me like that.
I don't think she would.
She would have one good enough for herself, probably not for the rest of you. Especially not you.
But, well, does anyone have any plans for as it stands, your downtime between missions?
Yes.
Semi.
Because we can try to get that through and done with, and hopefully Torm will be back.
Okay, well, I wanted to go have another card game.
So you're going to traipse your way back through the snow to Helgas and up the tower.
Yeah, riding an elk because I'm short.
You get some stares and attention, so the usual.
And it's winter. I'm worse at flying because of my leaves falling off.
And the occasional bit of snowfall causing bad weather penalties.
Yeah.
Sure, you can make it back, and you can climb to the top of the tower. And it looks more or less the same. A little bit of snow on the edges of the tower, but...
Okay, hi. I had to go deal with something with a few beast folk. A few of my friends were very upset about them being more ravagey, so I had to go help them solve that. But if you would be willing, I would be happy to play a little game. I bought a new set of cards. It's very pretty. And I'm gonna zip the coin out of the wall because I think he put it back there, didn't he?
You don't see the coin there.
Oh.
No.
Where is the coin? Let's look around. Look under the bells. Crawl up in one of the bells and look at the knocker and see if it's sitting on top of that.
No, but... So, roll me a d20.
Oh dear.
Apparently, Cadby decided to climb up somewhere near to the strike of an hour. So Cadby's not inside when this happens, but Cadby's like right up there with the bell when she suddenly sees the bell start to move and dong dong dong.
Little yip and then suddenly dive in front of the bell and cover her ears.
You can decide what time it was, so how many how many bells of dung she had to deal with, but
12. It was probably noon. Okay, what is the coin? Clamber up on top of the structure that supports the bells and see if it's up there, like on top of it with some of the rafters.
don't see anything.
Close my eyes, shut them really hard, disbelieve illusions, just if any of them are around.
Nope, though you do almost nearly fall off the structure that the bell sits on.
No. I'm gonna look for signs that anyone else has been here.
Survival?
I need to turn on the proper buffs. Okay.
You definitely said someone's been up here to clean. That's fair.
I'm gonna go over to my card area that left an outline on the ground last time. I'm gonna sort of brush that off of snow.
Sure, you brush off the snow, leaving.
And then I'm just gonna start dealing.
Start dealing out cards. It's after a moment, Cadme gets this very odd feeling run through her, and her hand just kind of moves to deal another card to the other side.
Ugh. Oh, is the third person?
As you begin to adjust, and you start seeing this kind of the very translucent, faceless outline of what you believe is the spirit. Well, the same trick spirit from before.
Okay. Hi. I'm sorry if you're busy. I can come back another time. I brought some drinks. I don't know what you like, so I bought a bunch. We found this really nice apple ale, and we found this really nice wine, and I made some tea that's kept in a weird thing they call a thermos, and it keeps it warm for a very long time, and I really like it. But I don't know what you like, so I brought all of it. And I don't even know if you can drink, so if you can't, I guess I could just let you have a taste afterwards. Supposed you win, of course.
It makes the motion for he makes he makes a slight motion and then shifts a illusionary pile of coins forward. Looks like he's ready to bet already. So can we bet get into this?
Yep. Cadmy's betting in.
Maybe Cadme can beat the professional gambler check this time.
Yeah, I know.
Look, how hard can it be to beat a legendary spirit, right?
Oh, totally. He's totally not like level 17 plus. I totally have this. He totally didn't kill the Tarask. It's fine.
And of course, while killing the Trask, became the master of card games.
Yeah.
Because what rogue wouldn't do that?
Of course. Right. Got that. I'm gonna give it a whirl. Oh god, Cadmy, you suck. You suck. Yeah, I'm gonna surge as a 28.
You're gonna search?
Oh god, thank you. 37. And for, hot shit, because I'm assuming. Actually, I'm gonna ask him this. I don't know if you mind, but can I use my special abilities? You are like, very old compared to me, and you have a lot more experience. And I'm just sort of really doing this on the fly. Can I like pizzazz, flash stuff? I won't cheat. I won't do anything to you.
He just makes a dismissive hand motion like he doesn't care.
Okay. And I'm gonna add plus another 4 to that.
So 41.
Yeah.
The card game continues. Though, Cadme, as you get to like the second half of the card game, you're really down on illusionary coins. And some real ones as well, while you're at it.
Okay.
You're not out of the game. You're not out of the game yet, but it's not looking good.
Gosh, I don't really have anyone at home to practice with, because the only one that gives me challenge here is you. Back home when I tried to play with a few other people, they are not as good as me, and I don't know if that is due to practice or just natural talent. I don't know, but it's very hard.
Which one do you want, 29 or 29?
I'll take a 29. It's fucking same numbers. God damn it.
Yep.
Another 4 to it.
So 41 again.
Despite Cadme's best efforts, she ends up losing all of the illusionary coins as well as some of her real ones.
Out of like a spur of like something that Cadme doesn't really know the meaning of, she shouts, slams her hands on the table that she created. It says double or nothing.
There's a curious look
Oh, sorry.
as he takes like the last of your coins, pulls from it and pushes them back into the main pile. You can have one more shot here, but you'll be paying double the penalty for losing.
I'm gonna stare at him intensely. I'm gonna see if I can use my abilities of read emotion to see if I can get a bonus on gambling checks.
You have to inform me what the DC is on that.
I will look it up. I'm so happy I have occult skill unlocks. Hot keyed. Read aura. Read emotion. Oh god, 20 plus hit dice.
Look, how many hit dice could he have?
Oh yeah, just reasonable amounts. At least I get a free +2 on this because of my magic necklace. Fucking shit.
He's higher than 3 hit dice.
Damn it. Oh wait, no. This affects multiple rolls, so I get to fuck it. No.
He's also higher than 10 hit dice.
Damn it.
Could you surge it?
I suppose I could, yes.
Do you want to?
How close are you to being just taken over?
I don't have any feats on this class, so I only spent 2. I got a lot left.
I just have to know, because if you get taken over during the card game, something else happens.
It doesn't count. Yeah, I know.
At that point, he kind of beat himself, so it doesn't really work.
Yeah, well, I added 5 to it. Still don't think it's enough.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Cool.
I just can't seem to get a read on his ghostly visage. But it doesn't happen that you actually can't see his face at all. It's completely masked by the shadow, by like his ghostly
I'm
form.
trying to read aura. It's just got like ghostly visage, and I'm hoping I can read that. No.
Thorn's back on roll 20.
All right, let's give it one last kick.
Like, I know the DC you have to beat, but so far you've not hit us. So
Okay. All right.
technically an improvement.
Technically. And add 4.
43.
Shit. You suck.
Cadme, you lose the double or nothing.
Oh god, I'm terrible at this game. Oh,
I mean, as it stands, Cadme's playing a monstrously good game. If she played against any regular person, she'd probably win buckets. But as it stands, against, well, a legendary spirit itself,
Cadme
Cadme?
slumps back and sniffles a bit.
So you're going to owe double the penalty for losing. The base penalty for losing is usually 20 gold pieces per level.
Was I close?
Were you close?
Yeah.
You were getting closer.
I wasn't like 4 points away, was I?
That I'm officially not allowed to tell you.
Don't hero point this.
I do want to. It's something that Cadme would do.
It's really not worth it.
Basically, the question is: do you think the DC's in like the 45 to 49 range?
It
or do
would
you
make
think
sense
it's
for
50
it would make sense for it to be the 45 range. I don't think it's 50 because that would be fucking dumb.
No, it's sideline. It's a gamble.
Oh god, it is. I think
Well,
you would
if
appreciate
you
it.
did, it would give you a 47.
We'd give you a 47.
I mean, maybe have a bad day with cards another time. Maybe he'll roll worse next time.
I accepted his taboo. His taboo is never accept defeat. I am hero pointing. Wait. I think you miscounted that. I know I can't count very well myself, but I think you got the cards right there wrong.
Okay. Hero point set on fire. And you recheck the cards. The final result. It's a draw.
Huh. I don't know what that means. Have you ever drawn before?
He pauses for a moment. Just kind of staring straight at the cards in front of him. You're not sure, but is he bemused?
I know I'm bemused.
You
Normally I
even know
can't
what
read your aura.
bemused
You're a very
is.
secret. You're a very secretive person. And normally I can't read your aura, but you are heading off a very, very, very blue, bemused look.
Cadme will only pay the standard fee for losing, not the double or nothing fee for losing. And as he kind of looks to you, he definitely seems, well, to say impressed is certainly the case. You didn't technically win, but it's the best result you've had so far.
Yeah.
So you still owe 20 gold pieces per hit dice of yours.
All right.
Though Cadme doesn't care about money, so that's a big deal, right?
Yeah. I have like 2,000 gold. I like her.
Clearly, next time you need to raise the stakes.
I do.
See, when Cadme invokes a spirit, I know there are like different levels of power you tend to get with different spirits. So how far down does she actually get right now?
The she only has the second tier.
Okay, no, intermediate. Okay. Right, well, could you check something? Cadme,
Yeah.
while channeling the trickster spirit, you may accept 1 point of basically you have a new power you have here which you can write down for yourself.
Okay.
Consider it his boon. That if you also accept the let's see.
I'm assuming I have to accept his tab.
Yeah,
His
you have to accept his taboo for this. But if you do so, at any point in the day, you may spend a point of influence to happen to have an item on you as per the well prepared that your spirit just knew to give you beforehand.
That seems like a very Cadme thing. The amount of times she's forgotten she had something and just suddenly found it again.
Okay.
In this case, it's a trick to basically having pre-arranged it for you. This is on top of on top of your normal powers of being the trickster.
Cool. All right. That's really cool.
And of course, as you level up the relationship more, you may get further bonuses in the future. Yeah, you may increase your social link basically. This also consumes one of your downtime actions.
That's entirely fair.
Yeah, special project social link.
I'm very tired. I had to do a lot to do that. I'm gonna go see one of your friends and like chill at his shrine. It's like that one over there. I point down from the bell tower. I don't know if you want to come with, but you can stay here if you want. I'm gonna go take a nap. Perhaps you could talk to your friend?
He shrugs a bit as he just kind of stands up and walks off a little bit. The pile of coins, illusionary and real, just vanishing into.
Well, okay. Well, you have a link to me, so I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna eat. And Academy sort of yawns and sort of flutters off the top of the roof. Thank you for game. Very fun. Maybe I'll actually win sometime instead of just tying.
You feel this really competitive urge roll over you. Meanwhile, J-Mac.
I have no idea what I want. I don't.
As you're back in the keep, as it stands, you had an adventure, but yeah, that's fine.
Stiffer really doesn't want to go outside.
Too much ice, too much cold.
Cold. She doesn't like it. She wants like a spring back. Spring's a nice season. No real. Well, we don't really have the money to build anything right now. I think she's probably.
You don't really
Is it
have
just
the money to building things, but as it stands, improvements are slowly being made. Your garden's doing fairly well, given it's green.
yeah? That at least has like the advantage of being warm.
as it also stands, the two your two young farmhands are doing actually fairly well in the guards, especially with having recently been a bit disciplined and trained by Adelaide.
Look at them go. They grow up so fast.
They still goof around, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. As long as the plants are going to take offence.
I mean, they might.
If they did, you have a new problem.
Yeah, but you know, it's not a problem yet.
As it also stands, Lily's also getting better at her craft.
She's level 2 now.
Who now?
She can do something.
She has the Soothsayer Hex,
Ooh, I like that.
which of course, given the fact she also has stuff like the Fortune Hex, is very useful.
Yeah, we'll have to keep that in mind whenever we're doing stuff, because that basically means next roll gets, you know, advantage.
Yeah, basically, your next roll gets advantage, which can be really cool.
Which, you know, if we're setting out for a day, it's not exactly the worst thing to just have her bop on all of us.
She's also giving tarot readings to anyone who's interested. She is a tarot card. She is a tarot monster. So.
Sure. Can she, I don't know, tell me, is there any great fortune in my future? Any great misery?
I mean,
Yes.
And try.
I mean, might as well see what happens.
One thing I quickly need to roll a die to see how well her augury goes.
She pulls out the tower and it looks exactly like me falling off it.
It's actually, well, of course, the one problem with like tarot reading, it's always a little bit vague, of course. That's the kind of thing you just expect, though, at this point.
Of course.
It's kind of in the nature of tarot reading.
And the future's vague.
It is malleable. It can change at any time. That said, though, give me a moment. Can you roll me a d6? Shake out. Roll a d6, please.
Oops, sorry, I muted myself and asked the question. I'm an idiot. D6,
Wow.
right, okay. 1.
In 1 minute, you will come into great fortune as a massive diamond falls on your head.
Kills me instantly.
Yep.
The cards read of great emotional conflict in your coming.
I've been having that for the past few weeks. Tell me something new.
There is a little bit more insights to her words, but as it stands, Estuva, you also receive you also receive a slight blessing of the augury. You receive a +2 bonus on the next attack roll you make of any kind.
Huh. That's not good to be used for a while.
Must be spent before the next time you reach downtime.
I mean, that includes spells.
It includes spells, yes.
I don't...
But she doesn't use spells attacks very often.
No, typically I just kind of cheat that.
Unfortunately, you rolled 1, which was either strength rolls or attack rolls. So
Yeah. I mean, if I need to hit some with my hair, I have that, so...
4 would have been great for you. 4 would have been the next intelligence-based skill check or concentration check.
Well, I might have ended up wasting that, considering... How many actions do we have for downtime?
2.
I think I'm just going to spend my downtime actions performing my craft. Without me doing a day job.
Yeah, you can certainly perform day job. That is something you can do.
Let's see. I can't use the Alembic on alchemy checks for making money. getting anything else. Nope, that seems about right. So, work. And work. Ooh.
I presume you want to hit the first one doubled.
Yeah. So 80 gold. Nice.
And then you was that for your 2 checks for both downtime actions?
Yeah. That one.
I mean,
Oh no.
the other one didn't go amazing, but still money. It's like 120 gold in the end. So
Yeah, as long as I don't blow up a wall.
no. Well, actually, that said, you did roll a natural 1, so something happened.
I did.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Hey, this is all on you. We're not bailing you out of this one.
Hey, I'm not saying you have to, I'm just saying I'm sorry.
Noxious fumes rise from its toothless laboratory, filling the air and with its cloud of toxic smoke. Oh boy, this is not going to go well. One moment.
Whips.
It'll be fine, probably, maybe.
I mean, this is how a Struther works half the time.
I think more of the issue is if, like, you know, how many people get caught in this, you know, effects.
Oh yeah, that's totally an issue. But it's still how a Struther works.
Please roll me D8, J-Mac.
Yep. Oh. D8. 5.
While you are able to contain the smoke for the most part, it does cause one of the specialists in your base to become rather ill before you're able to stop all.
No.
Damn it, J-Mac.
Lily has been afflicted by mysterious condition.
Suck it.
Whoops.
If that was an 8, it would have affected a random member of Team PC.
Ah. Time to wheel her to the infirmary.
Which you don't have a proper one of, but you know, that's not the point.
Yeah, I'm sure that's another thing on our endless list of things we need to get.
Pretty much. But you have a chapel. You know, you have space you can kind of set her up in, so.
I refer to just a room.
Well, the chapel works quite well. It's calm, isolated, got fresh source of water nearby.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Lily.
No, you
Oh
don't.
well. I'm sure it'll be fine.
You don't care.
I do. I don't care as much as if it's like one of the kids, but like
Wow.
still pretty bad. Well, if you feel a lot worse when you accidentally harm a child.
The game also harms it more in morality points.
Yeah. Remind me to get her a gift.
Yeah. Lily will be unavailable for crafting services until the next downtime. It also could have affected something like the entire team of archers. That could have been the outcome.
Yeah, I suppose we got off a bit lately.
Like, the only one that couldn't have been his, the only one that really couldn't have been his Team B, because Team B is not necessarily in the keep most of the time.
Yeah, we got Vromby House. I suppose it would be a lot worse if it affected, you know, our steward.
That's certainly an outcome that could have happened. Pretty much anyone other than Team B of your NPC group could have been affected, or a member of Team PC could have been affected, which has interesting effects then. It's fine. It's fine. Look, it's only a minor accident.
I mean, does it look like, does whatever she's now suffering from look bad, or...
It's going to be bedridden. You don't think it's going to kill her. Just because
Okay, good. Bedridden is... yeah.
she's going to have to sleep it off for a while.
It's not as if there's much else really you want to be doing in this sort of weather.
Oh, good. It's too for spreading the plague.
Again.
Ha 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 ha. Don't say again.
I mean, didn't you at one point literally almost contract the Black Death and then pass it on to something else?
No? Not that I'm aware of.
I may be remembering something else.
She's passed on various bad conditions, but that's not the point.
Like, there was definitely the point where you all had tuberculosis. I remember that much.
So Tinder,
Mm-hmm.
how you doing?
Okay.
How's Karis doing?
Pissed off with life. No, she's not too bad. She's pretty much gotten used to like Amaya's plan being around. She doesn't like it, but she's not hiding away. She is really upset with David being in the keep. Well, he will be locked up somewhere. Don't care what the rest of you are saying. He is locked up somewhere.
I mean, David's being compliant at least.
Yeah. But she really doesn't like him being there.
But what does she spend her what really is like her time dedicated to here?
Well, I don't have a whole lot planned. Obviously sending the message we talked about earlier. Should like to check a dead drop for responses from media. Aside from that, she's probably going to use her 2 actions on scheming and doing her trade.
Which tradey trade are we trading?
It could be either one of them. I think this one. Ugh, she does a shit job.
I mean, she's kind of distracted by keeping an eye on David, not so much cleaning the base.
Yeah, I just but yeah, that's unless there's been like messages left or whatever. That's basically what she does. She sends a letter off to Captain What's His Face as well, but that's not going to reach.
Okay. Well, I will inform you that Karis will end up receiving a strange, mysterious letter in a dead drop.
Woohoo!
We'll cover that in a bit. Well,
Hello, sorry.
so how are you doing?
I'm fine.
It's very cold outside right now, but
Yeah, but we have a keep. Hestia's fine, I'm not.
the keep is fairly warm now, so that's fine as well. Once people close up some of the windows, the stone makes very good insulation.
Yeah, it gets a bit better. I don't think I have much plan for downtime aside from Shiva's going to send a letter to Lady Montelier, and unless she gets something of some nature.
Nothing immediate.
I don't like how that sounds. Anyway, I'm gonna make some money.
You'll be working a trade of your own.
Yeah.
Dosh.
I'm gonna make 4 rolls because I'm so insight. Alright, so 31 and 38.
Ooh.
1 moment. As a reminder, Bestow Insight actually doesn't properly work because it's an extended skill check.
Right.
So.
Right. So 31, 22 technically.
Mm-hmm.
With that one. Which means special event is on nature. I don't like this.
Oh, good. Special event on calligraphy. Let's see. What could have gone wrong with your calligraphy check?
Turns out the letter you sent to Lady What's-Her-Face was accidentally insulting her entire heritage.
That'd be more like a diplomacy check of massive failures.
You publish a very popular romance novel, but you get a little backlash. Romance poem.
Let's see.
In the meantime, I'll go add 62 gold pieces while I wait for this.
No, that one's a boring outcome. That one's a fairly boring outcome.
Oh.
Shiva, one of your latest hits is an absolute flop. You make no money from the natural one.
I'm not surprised. Listen, being a poet's hard. You're not famous until you're dead.
But you make no profit from the 22. So the fairly boring outcome actually you got there, but yeah.
Yeah, you still get 62 gold from the first check.
Yeah, I didn't make someone sick. I got that going for me.
Yeah, J-Mac.
In fairness,
Absolutely.
calligraphy is fairly a safer one. The worst case is you end up you can insult someone in theory, but other than that, it's fairly. Alchemy is slightly more dangerous.
Look, I make good money from alchemy.
Listen, most I'm expecting here is like my ink pen explodes on me.
Though part of the reason why alchemy is more. The reason why alchemy has slightly worse penalties a lot of the time is also because alchemy is a more useful craft skill.
That's also very true.
So it's just like balancing almost, that the more useful something gets, generally the more dangerous it gets. Not all the time.
Looks at my
generally.
profession made.
There is very little that tends to go wrong with profession made, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but it's not a very useful skill either.
See.
Hey.
We have found uses for it, it's just not very useful.
Yeah, I've seen some before. Okay. I suppose I can have Reese go out and do some work. No training this time, I don't think. Now, which of my 10 bajillion checks do I want to roll? Because I have so many background skills, it's ridiculous.
Background skills are the best.
Mm-hmm. I think Reese is gonna go on moonlight as a chef somewhere for a while. It's fairly standard for him.
Badumch.
And that actually wasn't really best compared to normal. But again, he can't really buff himself. It's kind of always extra little things running with you either. So only only 42 gold. He'll then spend 100 gold pieces to try and increase his endurance.
I considered that, but money...
And I'm looking here to roll. Let's see, because I'm rolling a d10. I'm looking to roll a 6+. Damn it. So close. Oh well. That was worth a try. Maybe Reese just wimps out because of the cold weather.
That's the best time to train your endurance.
So actually, I forgot. Because technically, Reese is still training himself. He actually gets that slight discount.
Cheer.
It's always great, right? Same applies to Academy, technically, which is interesting. Okay. But nothing disastrous from Reese's end. Okay, it's just a net loss of like 10 gold pieces or something. I don't know exactly how much. Let's see. Troy's still not back. Okay. I'll move on to other things in just a second. I'm going to go to the toilet. Probably Torin won't be back, but I'm going to go to the toilet still, and then I'll come back, and then we'll continue.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a chance he'll pop up.
I'm worried about the not immediately that I got in response.
What's the worst that could happen?
Kyle actually shows up to the keep, which I'm not expecting, but I'd be happy with, honestly.
We don't have enough rooms for that.
I mean, Maya's family's leaving.
Eventually.
And it wasn't immediate, so they're not staying for much longer at all.
True. I suppose it's the difference between if Kaladil shows up or if Kaladil's saying he's going to eventually come.
Or if his child is just dropped off here instead.
Here, have a child, look after, your baby now.
Well, at least...
I highly doubt he'd do that, but...
I know this is bad to say, but what was the name of the child we picked up down south? Jake? Jake.
Which one? We've picked up many children.
Jacob, that's it.
Yeah, I know you're talking about now, the trader child.
I mean, they'll have friends.
So So it is slightly worrying, talking about, oh, we might just drop the kid off at the doorstep. Someone has left something in my dead drop.
I highly doubt he's going to drop his kid off. He's too protective for that.
I did say envelope in dead drop.
I mean, we don't know what condition this kid could be in.
He's
Wait,
probably
no!
from the-
Do you understand how pissed Shiva would be?
That said, actually, now
Oh,
I'm thinking of the carry companion spell. So it basically turns into a tattoo.
Okay, see, that's different. That's like
Just
consenting to turning into a tattoo.
still fairly rude, but hey, smuggling method. I still want to see someone use carry companion on like a colossal dinosaur or something.
Oh lordy.
Just so suddenly like a dinosaur or a woolly mammoth comes out of their body. They're more tattoo than person.
Go, Pokemon.
Oh god, it is literally the Pokemon the spell.
Do I get Carry Companion? I think I do.
Linda,
Hmm?
you get a mysterious black envelope.
Okay, I'm considering there's very limited people I've told about this dead. Pretty sure I know who it's from. And I'm pretty sure it won't explode the moment I open it. So I will take it back to the keep, to my room, and open it.
As you break the seal and open it out, take a look inside. There's some very nice stationery. It's been written with elegant lettering. The first few words are "I had prepared,"
Uh-huh.
but it's not explosive runes.
No, it wouldn't be.
I had prepared to sell this information on the market, but seeing the terms of our agreement, you'll be the sole person I will give this to.
We...
As requested, here is all the information I had managed to dug up on your quarry. Please be careful. And then the rest of it is just detailed notes. It is signed by someone literally with only the initialism of M. Which everyone could try to guess what M means. I prefer the idea of macadamia nuts.
Michelle Obama.
Pretty good contact.
Yes. Well, I did literally say who she was earlier, but yeah, let's hear some guesses.
I don't
I'm
remember
sticking
names.
with Michelle Obama.
I'm gonna go second on Michelle Obama.
McDonald's Incorporated.
I will say I'm like 90% sure none of you have met her.
It's kind of make things a bit unfair.
Yeah, it does.
I don't make a habit of like sneaking into your stuff and reading everything, so I wouldn't know.
I mean, I didn't even have it down. But no, well, once I've made sure, it's not going to explode, I will basically call team meeting at earliest convenience and go, here is information on that worm thing you wanted.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow, this is I didn't expect that.
I mean, said it was kind of important,
Very
so...
important.
It's like Karos actually listens to people sometimes.
Sometimes, only sometimes.
Well, I use the adjective for a reason.
Only sometimes.
Yeah,
only
I'm
bad way.
agreeing. I'm agreeing with you, Dark.
Well, Does it look like a lot of information? I suppose is a good question.
Well, there is some information here to be sure. Just as a quick reminder, how much did the group actually have before? Just double checking. Very little.
Let me go check my notes. Yep, we
Basically a
basically...
name.
No, we didn't get a name. Or we got names.
We got aliases. I wouldn't say we got a concrete name. It's the difference.
Essentially, I found
type
out it's a giant, perhaps metal worm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had basically nothing.
Blah, 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 something about gods. Sealing away a great worm in the heart of a world, spreading growing influence over land. So yeah, that essentially it's a giant worm.
The cult of the Iron Worm is a splinter off from much older faiths. A separatist movement, some may call it, from faiths no longer publicly worshipped on this world. Faiths and legends change over time, of course, especially when there is little hierarchy to, well, control it. In this case, the cult of the Iron Worm definitely appears to be that low, of a deity worshipped back in the primordial times. Perhaps back to even when, well, it was just the elves as the mortal races roaming the world. But the exact details isn't the clearest. It appears this particular splinter group, though, began their movements on the eastern edge of the Imperial continent.
I'm back.
We can peek.
This particular splinter cell apparently having re-emerged basically somewhere near the city-state of Farhold. Which, in fairness, given how, well, arcane that end of the continent can be, maybe it's not the biggest surprise. In addition, you learn some interesting information, including their followers can have a unique spell, which essentially turns someone into a cold iron statue, as per petrified. So, that's fun.
Yay.
It appears to be a neutral evil faith.
What would happen if a fake hit by that spell?
Very bad things.
Well, unlike normal things, I would anticipate that it would be very good on my continued lifespan.
Moreover, you also managed to find the name of what appears to be a rather prominent individual who has been converting individuals to this. Well, an alias for it, but it's something to begin with at least. A gnome by the name of Bezarius.
Of course, it's a gnome.
How do you spell that? Sorry.
Sure, there's a Z in there somewhere.
Maybe.
There you go. I put in the GM alert.
I told you there was a Z.
Thank you.
Otherwise, it doesn't really tell you much that you didn't already know. It describes stuff like possibly the general uniforms and like the holy. You've already seen these things. They have a very strong affinity for earth and metal magic, which makes some sense, as well as destruction, as well as things that relate into the destruction domain, because that's always great.
I don't like.
That seems like a fair reaction.
I'm not sure any of us will particularly like them.
At least it gives you a basic lead if you want to investigate them.
Yeah, it gives us a name.
And a vague location.
Mm-hmm. Now, welcome back with the Wolf That Walks. Wait. No, the Wolf That Walks is actually still a completely fitting thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I've covered the downtime. I've covered everyone else's downtimes, like the downtime actions, just fine.
Mine are going to be simple. Just double training with Luna.
Okay. Because let's see, last time you did one special training event with Luna, if I'm correct.
Yep. Now I'm just gonna double down on that. Just keep it simple.
Well, by spending a second action doing special training, Warren,
Yep.
you do unlock actually something with Luna's training.
Cool.
For other characters, actually, it would take 3 actions. It only takes you 2 actions to unlock the first step because certain connections.
Yay. I'm special.
As
Yes,
Luna
you are.
as Luna essentially has to take you off for part of the training, deep out into the wilderness, towards some caves she's found. The snow and ice block being an absolute blizzard over you both. But, well, I don't think either of you care that much.
Nah.
You know, she's kind of a sorcerer of the Aurora, and you're a well,
I'm an ice magus.
yeah. As she takes you into the cave and has you sit down for meditation. It certainly takes a definite level of mental dedication. But she starts to walk you through the steps of what she does with her own magic. It's only the very basics. You know Luna's magic is mind-bogglingly complicated sometimes, but she's giving you an introductory tour into.
Cool.
And plus, maybe it'll be good for you to learn certain powers like these.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want, I'm gonna need to quickly check what options you can grab with the first pick here. One of them is you can grab the Moonbite spell, the Moonbeam spell, which you were using before in combat. You can add that to your spell list as a mega. I know that's one of the options.
That's a very tempting option, but I would like to see what my others are.
Because as it turns out, yeah, Luna is pretty. Yeah, that is one of That's one of Luna's unique spells that she designed. You can. Let me see what else.
So quiet.
Yep. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Cadme, entertain us.
Worst jester ever.
Come on, you're the funny one here. You have to entertain us. So, JMac, I'm hoping you took notes about what the letter contained, because I didn't.
I got most of it. I have to obviously go back and I
That's
missed a bit
fine.
about the coast. I know it was where, remember?
I suppose this is why you record things.
Yeah, it'd be useful if I actually went back and listened to them, though.
Yeah. It would.
So I think I'm doing quite well for having no notes.
I don't know how you operate.
To be fair, I don't have notes either, but I tend to keep connections small so I don't forget things.
Like the last notes I made was from back when we were first helping out the Silver Stars.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And yet I still open my note sheet every single session.
You really should take more notes. I don't write down everything that happens, because I'm not always with people.
I've remembered enough. Besides, Kelris doesn't have perfect memory.
Um, do we have any idea why this cult was targeting spirits?
Nope.
Hmm.
That would be more your thing to know, considering we're associated with Mr. What's-his face. Ugly ass hair dude.
Yeah.
And considering their whole cold iron shtick, it may just be in like their religious text that spirits are bad.
No, the spirits were harvested. There's a difference.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, they were like stuffed into the constructs, weren't
In that case, yes. But I'm referencing something else. Because I don't think he was part of the cult, was he?
Well, they showed up where he was doing stuff, so, you know, association by association.
Fair. But I'm referencing more backstory things.
But Torin,
Right.
Yep.
option 2 you have is this version of Madness of
Huh. Cool. Is there a third option?
There is a third option.
With an equally long delay. No, I'm joking.
No, this one's actually fairly short.
Option number 3, you can have a pie.
Why is there a rope? Are we playing jump rope? Is that what this is?
No, I drew a smiley face. Look up.
Is this someone answer me? Is this jump rope?
No, it's a smiley face.
face.
No.
Yeah, the last one, Torin, is this.
Ooh, that could be pretty good, actually.
And everyone scrambles to see what the hell that trait even
Google.
was.
What is this?
Basically, he gains the Child of the Moon magic trait if he doesn't already. He already has a magic trait.
And it's just
My
plus his
God,
stuff.
My God, I could have stealth.
Yeah, you could have it that during a full moon you have lots of stuff. Yeah, any of those three are options. Though, as I kind of noticed, the others weren't entirely here. Luna and Benjamin will be leaving soon because they have to kind of get back to the north.
They
So
kind
Yeah.
of have a way
there
of
won't really be enough time to do more to do like a second tier of training.
Yeah, that's fine. But I think I would have to go with I like the moonbeam, I think. What do you guys think?
Is a strong spell and would give you a bit more ranged capability aside from just snowball.
It's also.
Although its power really comes against other lycanthropes, isn't it? And
Yeah.
how often are we going to be facing them?
That said, you have to one thing to remember. It's also it's non-resistible damage. Like it's not fire damage, it's not ice damage. It just can't be resisted.
And Searing Light's not a spell that you'd normally be able to get, is it?
Mm-hmm.
It might be. Wait, does Searing Light have spell resistance?
I think
Damn,
it
it
does.
does. I was gonna say that might be very nice to get construct.
The point stands. It's an interesting thing because there is like other than spells, there is no like resistances against Moonbeam and Searing Light, and it's dazzled, which is interesting. I mean, it's the worst condition in the game, but it's not. You still wouldn't say no if it's just an extra thing on top.
Hmm.
Because inflicting the madness isn't really part of my shtick. Like that one, I'm just going to ignore entirely, as shiny as it might be. So it's either the moonbeam or
The trait.
or the trait.
The
Which
trait.
stealth isn't exactly a Maya's thing either, and I have skill point problems as it is. So
Yeah,
I'd say if Child of a Moon give you it as a class skill, then it'd be great.
even then, it's only a small bonus, and it's even more having to track like what day it is, or at least what phase of the moon it is.
I have to
Torrent
keep
does that
track
anyway.
of that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to reference it that often.
For my character's personality chart, yes, I do.
Yeah. And yeah, you can have any of them you like.
Just I think I'm just gonna go with the moonbeam.
Okay. In which case, that you get to add that as a spell to your class list and immediately to your spellbook.
Cool.
Yeah. Basically functions as Searing Light, except with the condition said there, and creature struck by it are also dazzled for 1 minute. It's not terrible.
Yep.
There is no point you spending your other down home action on training with her though right now because she's not going to be here.
Okay.
Time for Moolah.
However, Luna is actually quite happy to spend time with, and the fact that not many people have actually got interested enough to actually properly go for a meditation to learn some of her stuff. So like that requires a lot of patience to go through the steps for it.
Good thing Amaya's patient.
And also that you require one less training session.
Do you already have an innate connection to the moon?
I'm tempted to just say I'm going to donate my other action to family.
Could just scheme or something. That's what I did.
Yeah, sure, fuck it, I'll scheme.
You can always have that turn into a flashback for like. Actually, I was prepared for this moment because Benjamin did this.
Yeah, maybe.
A reroll is always a good thing.
especially when you're me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, Maya's missing for a few days since she's away meditating in a cave.
Cave meditations.
Constantly inflicted with the cold frost around them.
Did I spend both of my actions?
No, you did not. You still have one left.
I'm gonna make contact with a wizard, but that actually wait, no, I want to level up my my Aspen.
Let's see, I think it takes 2 actions because he's going to level 2, but
Yeah.
that said, you can still do half the training now. You might as well get half the training done with.
I suppose.
And it'll
Sure.
cost 600 gold.
It's half for me.
Screw you, fancy pants.
And it's not, you don't get 50% off, it's 25% off you get.
Right, never mind. Sorry.
Which is still good. Instead of 600 go to 450,
Yep.
which is still pretty good. You can even take away the full money now, if you want to.
I'll just take away 600.
I mean, 450 might as well take it up.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah, I
enough.
might as well just take 6. Yeah. 450.
Unless you're just donating money to charity. Which you might
Donate
be.
it to me.
Stuart will take it.
No, I'll just subtract the money off.
The McGould Charity Fund.
Imagine if you really did have a charity after him.
Be an interesting name for a charity.
Helping out all the little ghouls out there before they get their brains.
Yep.
Someone has to.
After this, though, Amaya also gets to enjoy her birthday with probably fine cooking.
Yeah, I imagine Reese made sure of that.
That's something he can actually buff himself for, so very good cooking. And people getting drunk. No other members of your family seem to show up, though.
Oh well.
What about Balthus?
Is that a good or a bad sign?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna train up my HP as my second action. I could always use more HP.
Yeah, you can totally try to train HP up.
Oh, fuck. I was trying to delete my art and I deleted Cadme. She's dead.
Oh
Dead
no,
forever.
no!
Right,
GG.
outright deleted Academy.
Yeah. I tried to control Z, I couldn't.
Nope.
I still see
got a
Cadme.
hit point.
I don't. I deleted her.
I
I'm gonna
don't.
refresh.
I also do not.
Yeah, no, she's gone.
Interesting. Give me a
Oh,
second.
she's gone on my end too, so.
1 second, then. I think I'll use the power of lag magic, then, with my end not updating to save you.
Lag.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because even though apparently you guys can't see Cadme anymore because she's deleted, I could make a copy of Cadme still because she's exists
Oh,
somewhere.
no, I deleted the token, not...
Oh, that's fine. Oh, I can deal with the token gone. I got copies of that everywhere. There's like 50 bajillion Cadmes out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
it's
one Cadme
heaven.
that's a shape of a beer. Cad beer?
I'd be a lot more worried if somehow Salem managed to delete his entire sheet.
Yeah, no, that would be talent. Yeah. I don't have that yet.
I mean, my point is I could still fix that as well, apparently, but
Yeah.
please don't make me do that because I really don't want to.
Yeah, and besides, I have a premium account and I have a copy of Cadme's sheet on a test server, so I could just copy and paste the sheet over. If you just run me to GM for a half second.
Wait, 1 sec. Where's not Doubtful Village? Where is? There it is.
That means
I am a village.
No, you were not.
Could be a village.
Some people are an island, Katme is a village.
You don't have enough spirits in you yet to be a village.
wait,
No,
consider
but I'm made of wood. You could take me to a lumber mill.
I was going to say, considering how many bugs are probably living in, like, the plant half of her, she could be a bug village.
No, that'd be a bug colony.
Which is a fancy word for village.
No, that's Imperial Conquest. Congratulations, Academy, you're full of the British.
Hi.
Oh, good. I brought tea.
Get them out of you.
Hey!
Wait, could you brew tea from Cadby's leaves?
Yeah. It's not good tea, but you can.
Things to consider if we're ever stuck in a place with a noble who really needs tea, but we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, let's just boil a bit of cadmium.
To eat a significant portion of cadmium, I would be accepting con drain.
I mean, I don't think you need a significant amount to make a cup of tea. Last time I checked, you don't need that many tea leaves.
I don't know, it might be like a giant noble. Like a
Oh, God.
giant-sized cup.
I mean, at that point, we just put cadmium in the cup.
Yeah, Academy just takes a nice hot bath.
But hotter is
Delicious.
just nice.
Can we make cold brew tea for her? Anyway,
That generally requires pressing.
there are spells.
Let's not squish cadmium.
I meant spells so we don't have to actually squish cadmium completely. But okay. So there is time and celebration. Amaya has her. Amaya gets to enjoy her birthday. Special food is prepared.
Yay, do I get anything else for my birthday?
Nope. I don't think any of us knew it was your birthday.
Well,
You all did.
in character, everyone did.
Yes, but out of character, no notes!
Cadmium doesn't really get the point of birthdays.
Amaya does get one interesting thing. Released. It's a small, about A4 sheet of paper. Painting from Sora and Sophia of this very beautiful looking.
Ooh, I'm gonna hang that in my room.
As it turns out, Sora decided to make that for you.
Yay.
Yay, the NPCs. Though not all the
Someone
NPCs
remembered.
Though not all the NPCs knew it was your birthday either. So that said, Amaya does get one other thing. As for when Amaya gets back, she'll mysteriously find in her room a set of essentially boxed treats, but from the northern lands, your homeland, just in your room.
Ooh. Nice. Who's it from?
The steward.
Ah.
It is the steward's responsibility to keep track of everything.
He's fattening you up. He's a ghoul. Kill him.
I don't really know how tasty fat brains are.
The tastiest.
Well, I mean,
Your problem is you're mistaken for zombies. He's not a zombie who eats brains. He's a ghoul.
Are they just a flesh sort of deal, or?
Flesh, hearts, kidneys.
Fair enough.
Never the pancreas. Never the pancreas.
most holy of organs.
Liver is a pretty good one for the ghoul, though. Excellent from people who've had lots of alcohol.
Oh dear.
Nice marinade for it.
I feel like it'd be the opposite, but fair enough.
The kidneys don't do too well after a lot of alcohol. Yeah. Now, I know someone's been dreading something. Shiva.
Hello.
Because I dropped a hint earlier that something could come up.
Yes, you did. You didn't just flat out say no.
Where would Shiva spend most of her time in this? Well, given it is basically start of winter now. Like, because legitimately it is now December at the start of by the time the end of the 2 weeks, it'll be the start of December.
I mean, mainly in her room, generally speaking. She'd go downstairs, of course, on occasion, hang out in the library area that she probably has set up somewhere. So, you know, not an actual library, but she'll pretend it is for the sake of it. Hestia probably spends more amount of time outside. So,
Making ice statues.
of course.
There's so much ice around. It's perfect.
You know she doesn't have cold resistance. This is still her domain, technically speaking. Closest she can have, anyways.
I mean, that just means she has to go and get hot cocoa from Reese every now and again.
It's true.
Because apparently people don't know the enduring elements still.
Don't make me complain again. I hate it.
You're like the only list that doesn't get it. It's the thing.
It's so annoying.
I'll probably.
That's the case. That's the case with Witch a few times. The Witch has quite a lot of spells that everyone else gets, but no one else gets. Everyone else gets, but no, Witch doesn't get for some reason.
Just goddamn research the spell and add it to your list manually. You can do it.
Expensive.
Just do it.
It is an interesting point though, because literally, like, even Blood Rages get endure elements.
Oof.
Oh, oof. Yeah. Oh no.
Like pretty much every list gets it, except for Witches.
Yeah.
And I don't think Paladins get it either, but then again, you can't really say much when it's Paladin.
Don't you get endure? I don't remember. I don't know. I have Willow built in a way where cold she looks and laughs. So
I think she gets Winter Feathers.
That doesn't really help me. There's technically a hex which gives some ice plant, I think, but that's a hex. It's a one entire hex.
I mean, it might just be due to the partial fact that you can literally make a character that revolves around being element resistant when it comes to witches because they're seasoned witch and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, if you're playing a human, you can also just build that around being elemental resistant, at least for fire and ice. The route you can go with Heart of the Sun and Heart of the Snow that get really interesting. But, you know. She was going to suddenly hear some calling from downstairs.
Okay, she will go
I'm
downstairs.
looking for a Lady Kassem. Lady Kassem.
Yes.
As Shiva comes down the stairs. How does Shiva dress when it's like a day when she's not expecting to go out? Is she still formally dressed, or is she coming more down like a robe?
I mean, it's slightly more casual. She likes wearing dresses and stuff still.
Does
Probably
she
wearing something.
Does she just go around in her pajamas?
That's just too.
I mean, I can freely call it probably a fancier nightgown. Yes. It's lavender, definitely lavender.
As you see what appears to be a wood elf standing in your main foyer, dressed in leather armor with this interesting kind of combination of red and white kind of tabard on top of it. There is an interesting emblem on his shoulder that you would recognize.
What is the emblem exactly?
It's of the Elven Courier Service.
Shiva kinda cants her head.
Not your regular courier service, but, well, the Elven ones. I have a letter for you.
I see.
I was paid extra to get it all the way out to.
I'm particularly surprised.
Well, he says letter. It's actually like it's really thin package. It's handed to you.
She'll go ahead and take the package. And I mean, open it. There's no reason not to.
The courier, after delivering it, will have you also quickly sign something and then go. But let's be honest, Shiva has no problem with signing a declaration of receiving it.
Yeah.
She spends her entire day signing stuff. Literally her craft skill.
Oh, give me 1 second. Sorry. Give me like maybe a minute.
Oh, Rose is dead. Everyone, Rose is dead.
Rip.
Let her into to death.
Okay,
I guess,
sorry about that.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Opening it up. What's inside is a rather strange document. It's like really quickly scribbled notes. Something about some kind of legal proceedings. Roll a knowledge local check.
A knowledge local check?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Alternatively, profession barrister.
Nope. Well, I'll roll my local check, but most I can get is 24 on this. Well, technically 10 because it's untrained.
Well, it's something to do with Caladel, that's for sure. You can tell that reading this. It looks like someone rapidly took down some kind of notes, maybe from some kind of investigation, but you don't really understand them.
Right, who am I tracking down your knowledge local? Someone in our group has it. That's not Adeline.
Reese has it, I know that's for sure. Steve probably does.
I don't, but
I
Coral
have it.
does.
Your powers
I thought
combined.
Amaya did.
The real question is, where would Shiva want to go with this?
Upstairs to her room, I think. She's kind of paranoid about
there is also another part in there that's interesting though.
Oh.
It's there is a note that is then kind of written a bit more kind of carefully in the same ink, as it looks like, saying that if you want more information, to meet in inserts the name of a tavern.
I mean, she's certainly going to the tavern, but she wants to.
It's a faraway place though. When you read the city when you read the city address, it's Farhold.
Is it still in the Imperial grounds?
It's still in the Imperial realm, but that's basically as far east in the Imperial realm as you can get.
All right. Well,
It's known
first things first.
It's known as the center of divination magic, and also a very magically active place, with wild magic being prevalent sometimes in the area.
That could be fun. I have
It's
good
an
history with
operation-
wild magic.
This is Operation Go Save Idiot. Anyways, moving on.
But as you kind of go to your room in paranoia.
Yes. Is asking for the people that she's seen generally have knowledge about local things, so obviously Reese and whoever else might.
I mean, Reese has knowledge about everything. He's
Yeah.
constantly reading books, so. But who would it be exactly that you do invite? Or would it be Amaya?
Reese, probably Amaya, and I mean, Shiva knows that Koro has knowledge about various things, so I suppose I can also get away with saying yes, you trust Koro in this case. Reason not to. I would obviously normally go with Adeline, but since Bigby's not here, Koro can be my substitute, I suppose.
Shocking that he's your first choice, considering how much sass he probably gives you about your boyfriend.
Well, I know Powers has more military experience, and Cadme doesn't know shit about cities, so that's more what it is. He's technically my fourth choice. It's just, again, Adeline's not here. Rolton is.
I have some knowledge local.
I have
You might be able to
none.
That's mainly why I chose you.
Yeah, I think this is a sitting around the table helping each other case anyway.
Yeah.
What's this about, Chief?
I received a letter that I don't recognize the handwriting, right?
No.
Okay. I am not quite sure who it is from, although I have been keeping in touch with Caladel's current investigation. She would have vaguely mentioned, like, to the group what Kate said so everyone knows what she's talking about. There's parts here that fall more into, I believe, legal jurisdictions that I don't quite understand. And I was hoping that you guys might be able to decipher.
Well, hopefully this isn't the Dominion as a legal entity we're dealing with.
Oh, it will.
It will be.
I can hope.
Yes, you may roll your knowledge locals or your profession barrister checks appropriately.
Did I ever give core profession?
I'm just saying
No,
we clearly
no.
need an actual lawyer hired for the keep. Just a permanent lawyer on standby.
I was very
You really
tempted
do.
to pop a rank into knowledge barrister at some point, but I convinced myself out of that.
In fairness, there is an advantage to having a lawyer in the keep constantly. If you ever make contracts with devils, then you can have them proofread it.
Can I proofread something I have in my head?
No.
Damn. Listen, one day I'll figure out what exactly kind of contract I made with this thing, because I probably have a contract with this thing of some nature.
Does Amaya want to roll?
I thought only 2 people could aid.
Not aiding.
Oh,
You already tried the check and failed.
there I aid.
I mean, aiding whom? I presume Reese in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just assuming Reese would
Yeah.
get aided by everyone.
Yeah, let's keep going with that as well.
Okay.
Reese tends to be our, second best bet for when it comes to non-specialized knowledges.
Yeah. If you do, if you need backup with knowledge, Reese has pretty much every knowledge. So he can roll every knowledge legitimately. So
Hello,
bard
bards.
powers. Yeah, bard powers. As Reese looks over it, kind of looks frustrated for a moment. It looks like notes on a court discovery process, I think. Like evidence being traded back and forth between 2 lawyers.
Are you able to discern what evidence they're bringing forth at all, or indicating?
A couple of these are witness testimonies. One of these appears to be some kind of magical report. Looks like one of these memeric evidence, memories. Some kind of memory reading magic's been used as evidence.
Shiva stiffens noticeably at that.
The document's not the most complete, but it's something between Calado and someone else. I don't think whoever wrote this didn't have a lot of time. I don't think there's not a lot here, but
I cannot say I'm particularly happy that they scanned his memories for obvious enough reasons.
it doesn't say whose memory they scanned, but they scanned someone's.
What if it's his kid instead? Either way, but not whoever it is, Shiva's unhappy. Thank you. I also had something else, although I do need everyone else here as well, so I would have to fetch Cadme and Chorus. In that case, we can go downstairs.
Alright.
The group can go downstairs.
Yeah. Shiva will go ahead and also call a house meeting for everybody, and she'll tentatively present this, vaguely explaining certain parts of it, although she's super vague in this case. You can tell she has a lot of paranoia going through her right now. And she'll also addendum by saying there was a note attached saying that they can go somewhere in the Imperial region to get more information. However, it's quite far east. It's basically on as far east as they can go. And
East.
I'm just going to change the map over so everyone can see where Farhold is.
It's quite
Why
far.
is it always
Yep.
east?
it's very far.
It's all the way over there.
The furthest point.
As has been discussed.
Well, to be honest, Kaos's first thought is, Eladell's a big boy, he can look after himself.
Well, presuming that this is being leveraged against Caledonia. Yes.
He's certainly involved, but the details of the trial's not on there, so.
I have more concerns than just Kaladel, with certain information such as the memories here. Depending on who is, my own future, so to speak, is in some dangerous hands. I should not have any correlation with Khaled at all, quite frankly speaking, and the fact that I went and healed his son, stayed at his house, partook in certain affairs, which it's obviously means nothing of a physical in that sense. Just it's obvious that her Khaled also exchanged things that they shouldn't have exchanged, basically. This is problematic for me as well. I would like more information.
Now, hold just a moment. Let's take a look at this more carefully written note. This doesn't seem like the kind of thing. I have an inkling that there might be a hidden message in here. Who here is particularly good at deciphering these things?
That would technically be linguistics.
Yep, I'm asking who has the most linguistics.
That would be
Points at Shiva.
Shiva furrows a brow with that. She actually didn't think of that, to be fair. So, I can get away with saying, oh yeah, duh.
I'm going to take 10 to aid you on this.
I also
Okay.
aid
And-
you.
3, 5.
Hey,
Can Reese
screw
aid
you, I have ranks
instead?
in this.
I have 7 ranks, so it's not
Hold on.
classical for me.
Let me check. I don't know if Reese actually has it trained or not.
I have 3 ranks for +7.
Reese can try to aid.
I kind of would like Reese to attempt aid because that's a +4 if that's okay.
Fine, see if I care.
I'm sorry. Neat. Alright, so this is a roll. Let's just go with that.
Guidance.
And guidance,
Yep,
okay.
have guidance.
This is a roll, let's go with that.
You're guided.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 46, nat 20.
I think I take the 46. Is it interconic? No, I'm kidding. I also understand that pain because linguistics is just so useful if you happen to diplomatize a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go and take it and make it a class skill.
Secret message says, I'm fine, stay away. Go on vacation.
Help, help, I'm bleeding from the eyes.
Here's my son, he was in the envelope.
I mean, I think that Kaladin would trust her enough for that if he had to, but I'd be very scared if he had to send his son.
It's like we accidentally already squished him.
No, he's turned him into like one of those temporary rub-on tattoos.
Oh god.
Talk about that.
This is what remains of my son. I turned him into vellum.
Shiva just stares. I tried to a spirit for you to do this.
Shiva stares that something isn't like, she senses there's something wrong with it.
I'm
Like,
scared.
you see what definitely looks like room that there could be, like, an alternative messaging. Like, just the way they've laid out the words don't entirely make sense. Like, why would they put a paragraph break there? That kind of thing. Something isn't quite right. Shiva suspects there's a hidden message on the page, but a hidden message.
Toss it on the fire.
No, you don't just throw it in the fire. Though heat could trigger an
Heat or
invisible
light.
ink.
Oh, listen, let's do the one to check. So,
I am full of rogue. Does this mean anything to me?
Shiva hands this to Astutha because she trusts
I-
Astutha will take off invisible ink if it is invisible ink.
I would like to. Are you gonna roll an alchemy check?
I mean, if you're going to aid
Typically-
me, I don't have to roll.
Yeah, alchemy is what you typically use for tracking invisible ink.
Yeah, I would like to aid you on alchemy.
Can I take 10 on this?
Only if you have sufficient equipment.
I do.
Pulls the complete alchemy lab out of her hat.
I mean, when we're in the base, it's probably installed in, like, the basement or something.
Stored somewhere. So you really need to get
yeah.
You really need to get a workshop or a mage's tower still.
Well, not a tower. Towers are for weebs. But yeah, I don't need to get like a workshop or something. But if
a
I'm
tower?
having,
I mean, the point is a mage's area, like a magic shop or something, at least.
yeah, it's on our list. But if Amaya's aiding me, I can. Well, is take 10 for 35.
Well, you don't know what the trigger was for the invisible ink, but with that, Estuva does think that she can force the invisible ink to reveal itself.
I mean, it's good enough for superior invisible ink. I don't think it typically goes beyond that.
It can, but beyond that, we're talking enchanted superior ink, which is very, very stupidly expensive.
Yeah, which you're probably also not gonna break via alchemy.
At that point, you simply might discover what the trigger was. But by the end of it, a new section of messages very subtly appears inside.
Oh boy.
Torture.
I mean, possibly.
They took my thumb.
Oh no. Oh, that'd be the worst.
Don't question.
Your child.
Don't question
What?
how he's writing it. That raises too many questions.
My son is slowly turning into crystal.
My son's also a dragon.
You are the chosen one.
She already knows that. Doesn't know what it means. Everyone tells her she can make change, but they're going, I'm level 7.
The crystal you fed to my son is growing out of his ears.
Harvest it, make a profit. What the fuck? Don't message me about that.
You know what to do.
Become a miracle healer.
The actual message reads the following. Calado is safe for the time being, but time is of the essence. Though he's doing his best to delay his trial, something is trying very much to ensure that he and you do not meet up again.
I don't want to go on Operation Rescue Caladol in the Dominion. That sounds like a really unfun rescue mission, but Shiva morally has to.
I think we should go check out Calido.
Well, I still have to go to Farhold, because it's not telling us don't go to Farhold. It's just saying it's in dire need now.
Hold on, is there anything more to the message, or is that it?
There is a last bit, which is a couple of strange arcane runes.
I can probably understand them. Do I have to roll something to understand them?
Technically spellcraft, but there's enough people who have spellcraft that with your group, someone would figure it out.
Yeah.
It's a rather ingenious thing. Essentially, it's a self-destruct for this.
Oh, neat.
Because as you look over it, this entire thing is technically a spell scroll. So as soon as you read it and trigger the spell on it, the entire scroll destroys itself.
That's actually very useful. All right.
And by the way, the spell on it was literally a level 0 read magic. But that's all it was.
All right. Well,
Just ensuring that no one else can read the message and accidentally discover what you did.
disintegrate this now. I understand no one here has ties that actually matter in this circumstance, but there is something to be said about my status as a noble of Sigil, technically speaking. And if this becomes publicized in any way, it is quite problematic for me. I already have people watching me, according to Dazzlin, and I have no reason to not trust Dazzlin regarding that. He seems to know his stuff.
Okay.
I'm not surprised Cammy says okay. Cammy doesn't dislike Kaladel. He's the only one here who doesn't, I'm pretty sure. Or, not dislike per se, but at least doesn't have trepidations.
I mean, if you're trying to take, like, make a case as to why we should go help Caldil, I'm not exactly against it. It's just, why did he have to go get arrested when it's winter?
Now that I can fully agree with. I do wish to had more information on why, but Shiva glances over like the entire trial and how it's very messy and not all complete. Something tells me I won't get that until we go to 4.
Well, I have a pretty good theory.
I have a theory that people just hate him, generally speaking.
I mean, hate is a very strong motivator, but that's just not actually most of what causes many things.
Do realise this could entirely be a trap as well.
I recognize that, but I think it's something that I'm worth risking, especially if they're having us meet if within Imperial grounds still.
Traps are meant to be sprung.
No offense, but we did literally wander into, like, the, semi-planar house of some kind of weird gnome demon thing. I don't think I really have any stock here in saying no.
That is true. I still have no idea what happened there. I was mostly running away.
I would have liked more time to just spend here, but if people need help, it's what we do.
To be quite frank, I did not expect any sort of news for a while, so furthermore, the courier who sent this was personally paid to rush this message, so I have further reason to think this is rather important.
I suppose worst case, if it turns out to be a load of bunk and we get verb, I mean, we're still registered adventurers within the entirety of Imperium. We could just do a job or two while we're there and it's not exactly much of a waste. Ooh, we could do ocean adventures.
We have
Or
a water
not.
dragon.
Like, water's a very good insulator. I doubt it would be as cold as up here.
The only pain is traveling right now. Shiva wants to ask our gossip master, I appreciate this title, if she knows anything regarding the road to Farhold. It's a general statement.
You can head to where she's made her temporary office until she gets a proper one. Of course, she has to request her own private rookery for when that's possible.
Makes sense.
She, as the one area she does have for a room right now is full of small bird cages.
Also makes sense.
Though as you go to a door, the door is already open, and you can hear some very loud shouting from inside. Sounds like Leo is pissed.
Leo is always pissed.
This
What
is
is
more
Leo pissed about?
this is more pissed than usual for Leo.
What is it this time?
Well, that's the thing. Normally Leo has like a distinct thing like he's snarky about when he's pissing. In this case, he's just kind of cursing the moon off.
Alice just goes straight in. Basically goes up to Leo to get his attention. What's going on? What's up? What's annoyed time?
Leo kind of snaps his gaze back towards all of you. At the same time, Elysia just kind of sighs a little. And hello, everyone. I'm so sorry. Did we disturb you all?
No?
I was just giving your young sorcerer here a bit of information that he'd asked for. That was it.
Oh?
He doesn't say anything for the first few moments.
Stands there watching mentally walk.
I'm going to be leaving for a while. And that's all. I've got business to take care of.
What business? When you know you can talk. Helped you out last. Might be able to do.
Look, I just need to go check something out, okay?
Well, don't forget your training. Make sure you take all the supplies you need, even if you don't think there's going to be any particular danger.
There's going to be trouble.
Then I recommend bringing someone with you.
Which way is it? It's to the east. We're heading that way soon.
It's pretty far east.
Yeah, we're going as far as you can get without going into the ocean.
Elysia looks over. To say the least, he's going to be. He needs to head back. He needs to do some investigations around the spell blighted region of Far. I hate that location.
Alice just nods. I'll come with. We're going to Farhold anyway.
Leo kind of looks suspiciously at you for a few moments.
Seriously, points over to. She's meeting someone in a tavern over there. So,
What could you need of that area?
as I said, she's meeting someone there.
I have legal investigations I have to meet someone regarding.
Fine. Whatever. Makes it easier, at least.
Yep, we've been over this before. Safety in numbers and all that.
Also, J-Mac, I think you said far shore.
Okay.
Actually, I meant to say Farhold, but... Oh.
Yeah, I only
Same
heard
thing.
far, so I guessed you meant Farhold.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if it had to do with, where.
It's a spell blighted region around Farhold, because, yeah, Farhold has a lot of mysterious, arcane, weird shit going on around it.
I'd like to visit Farhold anyway. It would benefit someone like me to do some study there.
It would benefit me not to go anywhere near that place.
I have however added to the job and notice board these things.
Hit the Glingus.
Alright, well, you can give us more details on the road over there. In the meantime, I'll ask what the road was like.
Yeah, I want to know if it's straightforward getting there if we're gonna have issues.
The journey to Farhold is a long one, unfortunately. And given it's winter right now, you're going to face quite a few troubles on the way.
Environmental troubles or banditry troubles?
More the environment than anything. Bandit shouldn't be that big of an issue. The Imperial Highway keeps it pretty clear. So that shouldn't be so much of an issue for you. That said, though, if you can make it to Talonbridge, it should be a safe route from there. Well, at least until you enter Farhold's Blight. Then, she kind of gives a shrug. You'll be on your own at that point. Stick to the roads and be careful. That's what I have to say then. You'll know when you've reached the Blight.
I'm sure that we will.
Oh, and don't eat the blue mushrooms.
Oddly specific, but okay.
You'll thank me for it later.
Did you
Do we look like the sort of people who just eat mushrooms?
Did you catch that, Cadme?
I did, yes. She didn't get shot.
Don't eat the blue mushroom.
Oh, okay.
She's totally going to try them now.
It's always a dangerous thing telling Cadme to not do something, because you know she's going to then do it.
It's not always true, but if they're mushrooms, I mean.
If you're wanting a potentially faster trip there, may I recommend perhaps going up into the Dwarven Imperium?
Dwarves? Not exactly the same direction.
No, but there is a dwarf. But I know for a fact there is a dwarven artifice who tends to quite regularly take one of the dwarves' famous airships in that direction.
That sounds useful.
Would likely be far faster, especially given the weather.
Well, worst case scenario, we have to backtrack because they're not there right now.
But it's not a huge distance out of our...
By my own records, you should be able to get there just fine, assuming you leave in the next couple of days.
I would be more than willing to see if they're there.
If time is of the essence, then I suppose we should go to the dwarves if it will save us this much time traveling as the crow flies.
It'd probably save you a good 2 weeks' travel.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'll write up a letter of recommendation for you.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
It's the least I could do. She flashes a smile, slightly seductively, at Shiva.
Don't fall for it. It's a trap.
She's the
Listen.
gossip lord. Back off.
I could totally see her being crap.
Shiva's being very careful how much information she deploys here for a reason, even though she is an employee of ours. She
is still the spy master.
Exactly.
That's why I kept it entirely to she's going to meet someone. No details.
That's entirely why I said legal matter.
How much money do you need for a rookery?
That's actually a really good question. Let me check.
I suppose that's a question. Since we have what's his face now, can we like leave money for stuff to be built over time?
Since you do have a steward, you can have a construction project run in the background while you guys aren't here.
That's what I was thinking.
Not a bad idea.
Also, I would like it if we could just like leave some money here with the steward to take care of our bills while we're gone, instead of leaving for a month with people not being paid properly.
I mean, you can also do that if you want.
That's fine.
I mean, if everyone would want to, you could, like, I don't know, take, I don't know the number, but a significant portion of our own money and put it towards a castle fund, keep fund, party fund.
Let's see. The rookery requires a couple of rooms because it needs to be a specialized room. It's specially furnished. Optionally, the rookery could also include a separate bedchamber, so the spymaster has separate quarters.
Probably.
Yeah, it sounds nice.
Given the fact you're also plenty at capacity for rooms, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's my thought.
And also, do we want to bring B team?
How
I mean,
big is the airship capacity?
Big. Ridiculously big.
I actually would say sure in this case. Worst
I-
case scenario, they go back to the keep from Hold.
I
I
think that's up. I think that's up to the B team.
That's also true.
I would say yes, unless we can get them a different job in the meantime. No, I don't want to leave them here and just have them sitting around the keep on their arse eating our food.
Honestly,
They
if
don't do that. I mean, they have their own like little adventuring party
And they-
going
and they
on.
don't- and they don't cost you money when they're around because they pay for themselves by doing jobs.
Yeah, but we could get them proper jobs.
Everything else can always help Leo as well. Yeah, of
Just
course, it's ultimately up to them because they are people.
Yeah, like I'm not against bringing them, but like if they're already signed up for quests or whatnot here, or they just don't want to go for whatever reason, I'm not gonna make them.
It's cold and the bed's really warm.
Also, adding the basic rookery extension isn't. I mean, it does make cost money. Because unfortunately, everything costs a lot of money.
A lot of the buildings aren't too expensive. It's just that a lot of the stuff that we want is also kind of big.
Yeah.
A lot of us are broke.
But the basic rookery expansion, I mean, it's not too bad because it's not technically a separate building; it's just an expansion. That's one thing to keep in mind. She's not buying an entire building. So we're not talking like the several thousand gold costs that most buildings are. That said, it's still something that she wants something professionally decked out for it. But it would cost 860 gold pieces.
Deathly silence.
And a couple of weeks.
How much was it? Sorry.
860.
Okay.
And essentially, there'd be basically a new section of the castle, well, the keep constructed on top for the rookery.
I mean, unless we want to split it between all. Oh, okay.
I do not have that much money.
Wow, you're broker than I am. That's impressive.
If you want, I can pay your share.
Thank you.
This is
Yeah.
also assuming Big B is willing to pay.
True. God damn it.
Which
Academy
we can't.
flumps her giant sack of gold on the table.
Oh my!
I don't know how much it costs, but take this.
How much does Cadme have? Okay, tell me, how much are you willing to part with out of character? Because we know Cadme will do whatever.
Out of character, I have 0 aspirations for any items.
Okay, that's good to know.
So
Because Bigby's not here. I'll cover
I-
200 if because Bigby's not here.
I am entirely. I don't. I like the moments of random cool item. I don't really care about buying items. It's meh to me.
So JMax covering 244. So we're at 444 right now.
I just threw down 1,636 gold on the table.
Well, right now we still need 416 to be covered.
How much,
Anyone
did
else
Cadme,
wanna-
wait, so how much did Cadme drop down?
1,636 gold.
Obviously he covers it, but I just want to see if anyone else wants to pitch in.
I mean, Reese can chuck some money in.
Is he just gonna do the 122?
I could do the 122. That's fine.
I
Okay.
suppose if everyone else is, then I.
Okay. So Cadme will
can.
pay off 172. Is that fine with you, Tommy?
Fairly fine.
Okay, so yeah. Calworth and Reese do 122. JMac does 244. I do 200, and Cadme does 172. Does
Why?
everyone knows?
Why did other people end up paying more than me?
JMac's covering Maya's as well.
Because I offered, to pay 2 shares.
Sure.
I'm not concerned. Someone wants to help me find. I don't know if there's any spell that would help us travel faster during, snow.
Teacher's Path.
But I already have that though. I need to like a new thing to get.
I mean, you really don't need to. All right, sure, I guess.
What's up?
I'm just very confused why people are paying more money than me when I just don't give a damn about gold.
I mean,
I know you guys have aspirations for items. Let me spend money.
okay, okay. So,
Alright, Sideline, you can pay my share instead of JMac.
Thank you.
Just take it off.
Or just add
Just
122
122
on.
back.
I know, but now I need to go pick up my calculator.
Should I take that. I should add the recruit expansion.
Yeah.
yes. Tommy, in that case, you pay 284. Just so you're keeping up with how much you're paying.
The recruit expansion has been added. It's increased the maintenance slightly of the keep. But that's all been factored in. The recruit expansion, 1, gives an additional point of influence to the keep.
Oop.
Also, you can non-magically send and receive messages to and from the keep from your location for free
That's pretty
by
useful.
bringing along one of the ravens. Which will fly back to the keep and deliver a message and come back again. May take a few days, depending on how far away you are. But so, yeah, that's kind of cool, though, right?
It'll definitely be useful if we take B team, considering that would wipe out all of our dream capabilities.
How does B team feel about coming with us?
I mean, B team plan to go out on their own mission, but
If they have their own mission, we're not forcing them to us.
Yeah.
let's see. Are you hiring?
This will technically be a hiring, yes.
Essentially, if you factor them in, not equally necessarily, but as long as you factor them into, say, splitting any loot from the mission, you can bring them along.
I'm personally
Is
fine
this?
with that.
See, I don't know.
If we want to keep him here, that's fine. Like, I don't have any qualms.
Like, personally, if they had something that they could really offer to us in the business of legalness, I would be like, yeah, but none of them really do.
It
Leo
I
does
suppose
not.
that's true.
Yeah, Leo does not require special paying since he's coming along for his own mission.
We'd basically just be bringing them along to help with any fights we get in.
Yeah.
Should be able to handle ourselves.
Otherwise, they're going to be investigating investigating a strange number of kobolds.
That's important work.
They're fucking dead. Nothing's ever killed anything other than kobolds. It's just avatars of death.
Yeah, apparently, there's a small tribe of green kobolds, and there's a job, and there's a job per head you can bring back. So they're going to, do pest control basically.
It isn't work.
I do want to bring up one thing if we're not thinking about taking B team. I know Lily's still ill, but would it be an option to bring her along with extra pay if she requires it?
So you would need, so you would have to pay her to bring her along as well.
I don't entirely mind that. It's just because we're going to somewhere that's specifically very good with divination magic.
Well, that's fair.
And she is a taromancer. So, like her entire
This is a good learning experience.
I mean, her entire stick is like divination and fortune telling and stuff. So.
Ha.
If you're an apprentice. If you think it's good for her, then I don't see any issue. It's good.
Yeah, you can bring her along. She is still sick, which could have consequences. But
Yeah.
you can come along.
At least for where we're traveling, I do have remove sickness, and I don't usually use too much my first level slot, so I'm fine with just kind of helping her with that way.
You can bloop her with that. That's fine.
It's probably also a good thing to keep on if we're like, going with a bunch of people who might be airsick.
And of course, as a note, you will of course have Leo with you with all his special abilities.
Yeah.
I still have an anti-nausea potion.
Actually, by the way, the Shiva, of which the Shiva disloyalty should be gone at this point.
Yeah, I imagine at this point he still doesn't hate my guts. I hope.
No, you're not his favorite person, but he doesn't hate you.
I'm his favourite, clearly.
No, you're his owner. There's a difference.
Hey.
Say that to Leo, and he's blasting you through a wall of magic. He's not owned.
Yeah, no,
He
that's
really is.
something I would say.
He tried to garrote me while in chains with a broken arm.
Got to give points of dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he nearly succeeded.
He did not. And I was letting him do it.
Not really. You didn't. You had no idea who was going to garrote you.
I knew he was there.
You knew he was there, but that didn't change the fact that he could have actually succeeded, potentially.
Nah.
Would have been interesting. Yeah. Otherwise, though, the group is free to prepare themselves for departure.
Nope. Got my cold weather outfit and snow.
That's pretty much all I'm gonna take as well.
No. Just that, nothing else. No food, no water.
No, who needs that? No, I'm kidding.
No dragon.
Aside from
Trip
that,
performs photosynthesis.
my dragon's my own person.
Hey, I have my drugs, I'm good. I am technically still carrying around that powdered mummy.
Oh yes, I forgot that.
Also the Oblivion.
And the Oblivion, yes, and the Flayleaf. And the Arousal
Yeah.
Potion.
You guys should really get rid of those. The dwarves frown on that kind of thing.
I should.
The Oblivion or the Flayleaf.
I probably should have spent some time during the downtime, like, pawning it off. But I can do that at any point. But we have a couple of days of getting ready before out. I can head into Helga's and pawn off bugs.
I mean, or if you didn't want to, you could just keep them at the base. So.
I mean, I'll buy the Oblivion off you if that's something I can actually use.
How much is the?
It's like 100 gold.
I'll take 100 of your gold.
Because it's something I can actually use.
In a turn of interesting events, by the way, Leo's frustration is very visible, sorcerously visible at times. Where there's occasions where his breath is just slightly fire.
Yes, I will be trying to talk to him about this during the travel.
I have a feeling I know what this is, and it's my fault because I'm an idiot and forgot to check his aura.
God damn it, J-Mac.
Technically not strictly my fault because the first time I tried I rolled a 1. As per every time I need to do like a knowledge check that's semi-important.
Yeah, he's somewhat frustrated. On the bright side, if anyone needs a cigarette lighter.
It's our portable camp stove.
Oh, good. Just what we need.
Am I able to sell off the drugs, Dark?
I mean, Karis can sell off the drugs.
Yep, good.
She has no idea whose hands they'll end up in, but that's a different problem.
Yeah, that's not her problem at that. And really, these drugs are relatively drugs. Even the powdered mummy is only like 20 gold to buy. If people wanted to buy it, they could.
Also, watch Leo's going to pull ahead of the rest of the other group again by just leveling up another time.
And he had the advantage of being ahead of him from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Well, bar cave.
He's level 3 right now. He's respectable.
Yeah.
Though one more level, he has second level spells. So. And that's where things get more interesting.
Second level spells are good spells. I don't suppose it's helpful to have a magical carriage when it comes to travelling through snow.
I mean, actually, on the main roads, it's not too bad still.
Maybe if you put like skis on the carriage?
That's what I was thinking, like a like conjure sled.
Basically, you want conjure giant sled.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to try and look out for conjure. Actually, can I even afford conjure carriage? How did the scrolls work again? Da-da-da.
I get conjure carriage.
You do. Okay, yes, I could technically afford a scroll of conjure carriage.
What level's
It's third.
better to just buy a scribe and
Nope,
regularly?
because it's more expensive for her. Oh.
No, it's not.
Well, she needs to spend money to scribe it into her spellbook.
Yes, but then she could just cast it.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
so could I.
it's like the cost of casting it twice and then just casting it forever.
I love how the material component is a gourd.
Hmm.
That just makes me so happy.
It's just there's also a thing that Amaya gets less for level spells than I do, because, you know, Magus.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
very true.
Yeah, but Maya can also make Dew without them. She is still melee capable.
And she gets spell weak.
I already have spell recall.
Go.
In worst case, I can work with Cave later to learn it as well.
It's just an option. You don't have to do it
Yeah,
like
no.
that.
Either way you want to go about it, it's fine with me.
I do want it. Well, if I can find it, first of all.
Well, if you can find it, good question. Roll me a D100.
Maris, help me. If you're in town, I can't remember whether or not you went on holiday again.
Nope.
Also, it does technically save me some spell slots, because typically I'm casting Mount Communal.
Your hope appears fruitless for the most part. Maris doesn't seem to have the scroll, and neither do most of the other stars you go to find. It seems actually kind of hopeless in that sense. Which is kind of sad.
Well, it looks like we're sticking to horses.
I mean, I could see if I could find it.
However,
Oh,
as you're leaving the market,
sketchy.
you suddenly have a strange. Well, you end up seeing a raven kind of beckoning its wing towards you.
Oh, told me not to go along with strangers, but she follows anyway.
It's not a stranger. It's a strange raven.
Yeah, no, it's probably what's his face.
It's been a while.
Yep. When did you get back here?
A time ago.
Should have came to visit.
I've been a little busy.
Fair enough. Do I want to inquire about what?
Well, one, trying to rebuild my powers.
Oh yeah, of course.
Getting into this new body wasn't entirely well.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's not giving you too much bother, is it?
I didn't realize elves slept so differently.
Yeah, we do that weird, like, trancing thing, don't we? Or something like that.
I suppose you could call it. It's somewhere definitely between a sleep and something of trance. It's odd. Anyway.
And how's Owen?
He's doing well enough, though he still seems to find my new body a little bit confusing.
Can't say I blame him. It's not every day, your mother turns up and says like, hey, I'm an elf now.
No. Come on, this way.
Okay, just don't shank me. It's only happened once before, but always time to make it a habit.
So casual about shanking.
And Cora,
I mean, it worked
how
out very well for me last time.
And Cora, how are you doing? Your master causing you too much problems?
Of course. What would you do without me?
The wonderful relationship we clearly have between the two of them here.
I pay for his food. He has no option.
You pay for his existence.
Essentially.
But Meredith eventually ends up leading you to this small locale at the edge of town. It's technically on the outskirts of the city in the Newer district, but well, it's this nice little place. She brings you inside. Now, it goes about. Now it goes. Now this is the kind. It looks like kind of a nice little house for the most part with like a little bar out on one side. It's basically like a bar, then like house for the rest of it.
Huh.
Except you notice something very distinct about this bar though. It's
Oh,
definitely a spellcaster's bar.
like magic drinks?
Not necessarily magic drinks, but a place that spellcasters definitely seem to peruse.
Ah, okay.
The decor, for one, definitely tells you that.
It's just a bunch of nerds in robes and hats, isn't it?
You could say that. Though right now it's not too many people in here. But you definitely the decor gives you definitely a arcane vibe. There's also a sign saying leave your cleric at the door. Which take that as you will. But she kind of invites you over to sit down. It's not much, but this is making a fairly good hang-up for the time being. Quite nice drinks here.
I don't typically drink alcohol, so just anything, I guess.
They have non-alcoholic stuff as well.
Just,
I've had something I've had to get used to.
oh, right, 11 constitution.
They never were the hardiest race, were they?
No, I mean, they're kind of, willowy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like a tree pun, but not very good.
I know. Anyway, I wanted to try and repay you.
I mean, technically, it was kind of my fuck up in the first place. I don't know if you really have much to repay.
You didn't cause me to get critically sick in the first place.
No, but I could have tried harder, I think.
And it seemed like you were trying to search for something around the market. Can I inquire to what?
Well, as you have evidently found, my group and I were planning to travel east, but we're looking for something to expedite the travel a little bit. So I was looking into, typically we travel for, magical horseback, so just looking to upgrade a little bit. But it seems the markets are a bit slim right now.
What exactly were you looking for?
Just a spell for a carriage.
Oh, that's all. I think I know someone who can get us that.
Is it going to cost an arm and a leg?
Probably not. She ends up going over and speaking to one of the mages in the tavern, smoozing them a little bit. You may purchase a scroll at a 10% discount.
Ooh!
And she'll come back. And she'll come back over and toss it over to you inside its nice little oaken scroll case.
Well. Thank you very much, Meredith.
I've still got some of my old friends.
It's good to hear. Mostly just glad that you're not alone anymore.
It also helps a lot more though that I'm no longer dying.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
They made keeping up in the magic community a lot harder.
Yeah, being bedridden's a bit of a pain.
Owen's been I see Owen has been trying to copy my craft though. A part of it. Maybe we didn't entirely realise it.
Yeah, I actually noticed that. I still have all of his charms, so I bet by now whatever he's weaved into it is worn off.
Yes, he's not at the most proficient at making them yet, but he does have a talent for it.
It's definitely something worth fostering. If you need any help with that, my help is here.
Well, you can, if you would like, you can. He did have this one which he wanted to give to you as a thank you present.
Oh, that's very kind of him.
As she reaches into her pocket and pulls out. It's not much. It's this little wooden. It's this little wooden shard. Basically, imagine the size of like a small television controller of wood, but inscribed with some runes. But there's also this that strange kind of like silvery fluid filling them in, where the carvings are. I helped him make this one, so it should be a bit more potent than his others and more reliable.
Well, I'm in no place to turn away any help. Tell him I said thank you.
I'll pass it along.
And, well, if you're going to... Obviously, well, I'll be away for a while, but if you're in the area, don't be a stranger.
I'll try not to be.
Good. It's a bit lonely out here.
Yes. I'm going to get those drinks.
Yeah. I guess I'll keep our table warm. When she goes to get her drinks, does she... guess if I just kind of make a sense motive check to see if she seems happy, I suppose?
You can try.
Something she'd like to check. This is my character sheet loads up again. Come on! Browser, please. Thank you. Da, 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 da.
Heh.
What's an emotion?
I mean, you can't get good hunch on her.
Oh, well, her back's turned. Just if I just get friends a bit, but yeah, she'll stay at the table while she gets drinks.
But you have this in your inventory.
It's a piece of wood. Woo! Aww.
You may also be able to come back to get another one of these each time you come back to town. Though you can't guarantee what type it'll be.
Ah, it feels like exploitation.
Consider it more helping his training, it will be at the time.
I suppose, but still.
I mean, you'll have to visit them, or the horror.
That's true. I just feel like spending time with him. She just feels like she's, fucked up a bit.
Secret shame.
Hopefully. Mm, uh,
Anyway, does the group want to set out?
Garage, garage, garage.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be given the scroll.
And later for night, so we'll, spend the time to, well, not scrape it, feed it to the coral.
I'm assuming because most prayer ones out ready to set out, right? At this point.
Relatively soon, I imagine everyone can get ready, so...
I've been ready.
See, Jim actually did not give me a long enough time to go put a poor mask on my face and do that. That was nice.
How does Shiva feel about the fact that she's not the only reason that they're going over to Farhold now?
She was a little bit better. It's not just legal matters and justifying it via her own standing anymore. It's also, hey, look, we all need something.
Something that's got him very pissed off. So much so that he's breathing fire.
Yeah.
So no, breathing fire. Is that dragon fire? Maybe.
She needs to talk to him about this stuff at some point eventually, maybe.
He's a sorcerer of mess, let's be honest. So
Yeah, she seems probably also cross-blooded of some nature.
The joys of, well, I suppose I can reveal this because it's been long enough. Leo's actually a mongrel blood.
Mm.
Which explains why he has a different flavor of magic every day of the week.
Yeah. I assume dragon tends to be like a primary one. Shows up often.
does he come up frequently when he's pissed off?
I have a strange inkling. Dark, how are Fiona and her brothers doing?
Fine.
They're just fine.
Yeah, they're doing fairly well. Her brothers are tending to Estuva's garden pretty regularly.
For enjoying their money.
And Fiona has been managing well enough. though she doesn't like the cold so much right now. But she'll manage. Just some snow.
I guess my brain's just playing tricks on me again. Okay.
I mean, do you want to explain to the room what was going through your mind, or?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Did you want to tell the class what you were thinking about?
I don't know. Maya's just gotten back, and she leaves for long periods of time. I kind of had this weird inkling that Fiona might have just not been okay.
I mean, perhaps it's because your relationship's not necessarily the most serious at this point.
I don't know. It's
I mean,
it's fairly serious.
I think you think it's more serious than she thinks it is, or everyone else
Yeah.
thinks it is.
I think Fiona in dating Amaya knows what she signed up for.
Yeah, I suppose.
I was going to say you could invite her with us, but it's like,
I don't think the skills are made are what you need.
Yeah, I also don't really want to take her into a wild magic area.
What's the
Yeah.
worst?
people live there, presumably.
Yeah, people do it. There's entire cities and everything. Just wild magic is known to occur sometimes.
It's fun. Who wants to get
I mean,
even younger?
I mean, if they want to go on an adventure, I suppose they could, but
They'd rather stay here.
yeah, that's what I figured.
There is a lot of superstition around Farhold. A lot that make peasants pretty terrified. Probably for good reason.
Look at the bright side. When the rookery is done, you can send messages to each other.
Also, who wants to carry the bird? Not that it really matters, but
Cat me.
I like bird.
you want to carry the bird cage with the raven in it?
Yeah, that's very nice.
Sure, you can carry around one of Elysia's ravens. So if you need to send a message back, you can just get attached to the raven and send it off.
Oh,
Very,
good.
very well trained raven.
Aspen's sad
No.
Why?
because he kept. One thing that I did is I rolled a few times, and he kept one of the spiders that attacked us early on, but the spider's been getting very, very big, and then it ate one of the cats, and now he had to let it go off into the.
Please don't go introducing invasive species into the place we live.
Let me make note that Aspen has
Oh no.
Aspen has added one small monstrous spider to the local.
He's got vermin empathy, so he
As
dumps
said,
spiders.
As said, he's added one small monstrous spider to the local area. To the local ecology.
Its name is Seven. It's missing a leg.
Oh.
I didn't know Aspen could count that high.
He can't.
Someone probably mentioned it at some point that it only had 7
Aspen
legs.
held up a bunch of fingers and said, "How many is this?" And it said 7. And he went, "Okay." And he named the spider 7.
Reminds me at some point to we should start teaching people things. Especially Aspen. He's young. He could probably learn to count more than many.
Cadme can't count more than many.
She's old. She's set in her ways. There's still time to save Aspen.
Not that old.
Hazel's been trying to count and read, but no one's bothered to teach her.
Oh, I feel
She
guilty
hasn't
now.
asked for help.
No, she's not that kind of person.
Well, I suppose we have something to do on the travel up.
She spends a lot of her time looking at books. Not really reading books, but looking at books. Because she's smarter than Cadme and Aspen.
To be fair, most
You know
things
what?
are smarter
Sure,
than Aspen.
You know what? Sure, I have relevant skills. I'll teach her how to read on the way there.
Yay.
I can teach her to count.
So, one last point before the group leaves, then. Amaya,
Yep.
basically on like the day before you're scheduled to leave. Wow, I muted myself somehow.
Hmm.
That's good. The day before you're scheduled to leave, you're going to suddenly, like, as you kind of come through a door, just find both Luna and Benjamin in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Dear.
As Benjamin's go to basically like tug on your arm, stop trying to pull you. We're going
Yes.
somewhere. We're going somewhere, cousin.
Yes. Where are you,
Benjamin looks over. Well, we haven't really spent a lot of time together, and we've got to go soon. You're leaving. So Luna thought maybe.
maybe what you cut out there?
So Luna thought maybe we could go on a hunt.
What do you mean we haven't spent much time together? I've been playing with you every day that I've been here. Been training with you, Luna, and
I mean, yes, but we've. I missed you.
I missed you too. Now let's go hunt something.
Yeah. Benjamin seems excited. But they're going on a hunt.
Swear to God, if they start hunting me, I think one of you.
Just hear Aspen screaming in the forest.
Not 7!
No!
It turns into a monstrous spider hunt.
It got really hard to conceal the spider on Aspen. It got like
It got bigger than him.
yeah. It grew really quickly, and then it ate a cat, and he told it to go away because it can't eat cats because then it makes Lucas sad. Aspen's only 1 level or 2 levels away from shape changing. He gets wild shape.
Aspen cheats.
Yeah, he gets really cool wild shape because he can actually apply different animal traits to other animals. Like, yep, I'm a poisonous lion. What?
But as you'll also find out, though, from Maya through your trip, that they also took you out hunting for another reason.
Hmm.
Well, it was your name's day after all, and they want to do something special for it.
That's fair.
As it turns out, Maya is actually the most adept hunter out of the set of them. So
One's a child and everyone's a sorcerer, so.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't underestimate Benjamin sometimes, but in Luna's case, yeah, she's not really best. She's never been the best hunter in the world. She mostly just freezes anything that she hunts.
Hunting with the ice magic is still hunting.
It's true.
Yep.
You just need to thaw it out first.
Yeah, but it's not like sorcerers get like skill points.
That's fair, and she's already
Shots fired.
and she's already spent most of her skill points on like all her stuff for ritual spells. But hey, they don't have to be any good at hunting, just as long as Amaya has a good time.
Yeah, spending time with the family. That's what's important.
And tradition, right? Tradition, you go hunting.
Yeah.
Let's see how big of a thing Maya catches.
Sure. Let's Yeah, roll by
If it's
better.
2, it's a monstrous spider.
Or are you just gonna roll a d20 or something?
Yeah. I mean, I'll let
Okay.
you roll a d20.
Okay.
But on a 2, it's the monstrous spider. It is not the monstrous spider.
Oh, good. 7's okay.
For now.
I should make it number 7 instead. Oh well.
Either way, it's not him.
I mean, Amaya and the group catch a couple of boars. That's pretty good.
Ooh, nice.
A couple of wild boars that Reese and Adeline can prepare in them for a big feast after.
It's a shame Amaya doesn't like boar,
No,
but it's not the point.
it's still a
It's what we
successful
got.
hunt. You know, it was still a very successful hunt, and Amaya did well most of the hunting.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is Luna has to be careful when she's using frost magic because too much she's literally just going to basically freeze or burn anything she shoots.
Yep.
So she mostly uses it to like freeze them to the ground or something. But hey, it's a good time.
Just
Though afterwards, well, as the group's going to leave, Amaya's also going to get a very big hug from Benjamin.
Yeah, Amaya's just gonna pick him up in a nice big bear hug. Because she is strong.
Mm-hmm. Luna
And
jokingly
is
sees
small.
her and just kind of smirks. Oh, in that case, bye, Benjamin. I'll see you later. And just starts walking. Take good care of him, Amaya.
If only I could. Miles put down Benjamin, ruffle his hair, and say, "You have our home to go protect, and things to go learn. Now go on, go back home, and be sure to write."
Yeah, okay. Good luck.
You too. Safe travels.
Bye, cousin. As the two of them are going to prepare to leave as well, with David.
Good.
I was
I'm
gonna
starting to
say
think
we're,
you don't like David.
No.
I was gonna say we're both heading north for at least a little bit. Should head together, but I suppose Kira's have an aneurysm if she has to spend any more time with David.
We're going northeast. They'll be going north or north.
We're still going a little bit north.
No, they're going basically straight west.
Oh, they're taking the boat up.
Yeah, they'll head to the port and take that up.
Right.
Oops, that's not the route you take. That's not the right one for this. Whoops. No!
Ah!
Oh no, we died.
Nowhere.
7 got
GG,
us.
game over.
Is this the shadow plane?
Yes.
Damn it, Essie.
We will hide for one day, mark my words.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Actually, technically, it doesn't actually get all the way to Charlotte, it's just there. But, yeah, good enough. Road trip. Is it road trip powered by carriage?
Yes, we now have fancy schmancy carriage. Is the carriage effect? No, I guess we're heading on roads, so nature's paths isn't very applicable.
Mm-hmm. There might be snow-covered roads, but they're just roads.
Also, before we leave, who has... First of all, who has the mask of people changiness and who has the cat form choker?
I'm gonna say I would probably be making use of the shape-shifting helmet right now,
Okay.
for obvious enough reasons.
As long as someone's taking it.
Yeah,
If
unless you're
nobody's-
actually using it, so
If nobody's claiming the cat form choker, can I have it for
Yeah.
now?
That's fine, as long as
You
someone
want
has it.
you want Cora to turn into a pet cat?
It's more for me, because worst case, if I need to fly somewhere for very long, Cora could technically carry me.
Also, Astutha,
Oh.
do you mind if I take a look at the big glove thing?
The old one's gauntlet?
Oh yeah,
I mean, sure.
it's got a psychic implant on it. It's psychic. It's got a mind in it, and I want to know if it has anything to say.
I mean, feel
That
free.
and that in as well as it probably would be useful, as I can pretty consistently wear it. I think I'm big enough, right? Kenny tries to put it on.
I mean, yeah, your hand slips into it just fine.
Ah, there we go.
You feel that some of the stone could tract slightly to be slightly better sized for you.
I suppose it is not ready to be prepared for someone as thin as me, I guess. What was this made for again?
Dwarves-ish.
Yeah.
Did this. I mean, it kind of did similar things with Reese, just not as much because Reese wasn't actually small size. You are. That's fine.
Mm.
It does still weigh 10 pounds though.
Okay.
So you'll have this. Will have the same entertainment that Reese had for a while of you walking very lopsided, which is 10 pounds dangling from one arm.
Oh, I will need to borrow ever so often to refresh the ghost brand on Reese's armor.
That is fine.
Yeah, I'd like to actually be able to have this appear like that anytime.
Did we figure out whether it goes via blood or just pain?
Blood.
Okay.
Wait, is it still blood you have, or is it?
I don't know.
But
Kenny
yeah,
just
it's
Kenny takes her free hand, sort of bites her thumb a bit, and just sort of tries and dribbles it on the gauntlet. It is slightly not red, but it's bloodish.
I mean, you see parts of it. You see parts of it crystallize very slightly.
Still works for me. It's a weird mixture of blood, I think. It's not pure blood.
Also, what alignment is Cadme?
Cadme is neutral good.
Neutral good. Congratulations, you receive the following spells: produce flame. Well, you will after 24 hours wearing it. Produce flame, spiritual weapon, bless water, and detect evil.
So you get a good selection of spells. I get lesser confusion.
It's the same selection Reese had. It's the same selection Reese had in fairness. Which is pretty good.
I get lesser confusion.
I would have
Less
liked
water.
Commander's pretty good from Lawful.
It's just, I guess detect law is an interesting spell, but produce flame and spiritual weapons is very good.
I got the same lineup as Reese, and this actually gives me a weapon for punching people in the face.
Yes, it can be used to strike people as a +1 gauntlet that does 1d6 points of damage.
My face punching glove now.
Because it turns out the damage doesn't really go down depending on your size, because it's still, no matter what, weighs 10 pounds. It's just a very heavy punch to the face of stone. Yeah, whenever you take let me check. Whenever you take more than 5 points of slashing, bleed, or piercing damage, I'm going to have to add one to a marker as it's going to start doing things. But yeah, it doesn't start growing unless you take at least 5 points of those kinds of damage, though. So.
And at some point, I would like during this trip to commune with it. I'll let you know when I do, in case things go badly. I don't know what kind of intelligence is within this.
I mean, I think the others will know.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty usual.
It's important to know because in case I get some ancient entity of primordial waters. I doubt it is that, but maybe primordial earth. I suppose it is. In some ancient times, stones flowed like water. I suppose you could have ancient ones.
And apparently it was like depicted towards some kind of dwarven sun god. So.
Oh, then I have no idea. Honestly, I don't know when the ballad said the dwarves came around. They were really not important to us.
Cadme, please don't get possessed again.
I try not to.
I know you do. It's just very annoying when it does happen.
It's very annoying when you get sucked off into the Shadow Realm or when you say the moon was dark.
I mean, first of all, neither of those things really impact you all that greatly.
Look, I'm just seeing everybody who's got hobbies and I don't criticize things that you do. And yes, Risa, I technically am. At the moment, I am sharing a little bit of a friendship with the current, the more unscrupulous one that helped kill this Rask and Helios.
Just to point that, yeah, Cadme's possessed every single day.
True.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Is that the bee?
Big B, everyone's dead. There's just no pulling back. We need a new campaign. Everyone's dead.
Nice.
Except for Cadme, who's
Nice.
except for Cadme, who's now the final boss.
Yep.
Nice. Even better.
I've equipped the gauntlet and I've found the various rocks.
She equipped the old god's gauntlet, got possession, turned into demigod. So
Makes sense.
The stone within the puzzle box I found was Infinity Stone.
For
Stone of
some
Mind.
reason, when Cammy puts on the gauntlet, she turns slightly purple.
Kevin's already.
You nerds.
anyway, hello, Big B.
Hello.
We're going east. We're going to Farhold.
Okay.
Why doesn't someone recap Big B on what's happened today?
So basically what happened, TLDR, coerced confirmation on the worm thing, which has a name of a Bazurius? I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh, that was the name of someone who's been abandoned and spreading it.
Someone's spreading it, yes. And there's a cult issue with that, etc., etc. J-Mac got his apprentice sick doing alchemy. It's fine.
That's a
Nice.
mistake.
Well done.
Amaya trained with Luna and got Moonbeam as a result, so she now has that. Shiva got a letter detailing parts of Kaladel's investigation, and basically, through depicting going, oh yeah, this probably has some sort of hidden message on it. Shit's kind of serious. It's worrisome. He's fine for now. We have to go to Farhold to meet whoever sent the letter. We might think it could be possibly a trap, but Leo has to go anyways because something happened in Farhold and he has to study the wild magic there, and it made him super pissed. Also, J-Mac revealed that Leo is a mongrel sorcerer.
Nice. Okay, that makes sense.
And we're going to the dwarves to use an airship because the Gossip Master said that probably should have about 2 weeks' time.
We've
Yeah,
we've
I'd
also
say
paid
so.
for the Gossip Masters.
Yeah.
Totally.
She's getting a rookery.
If you take a look in base facilities, it's now a thing on there underneath the central keep,
Gotcha.
which is actually pretty cool because it allows you to non-magically send and receive messages to the keep.
Hooray.
So I'm holding a bird.
Yes. Cadme's carrying around the bird cage with the raven in it.
All right.
I have a bird cage. I have a bird.
Okay, you discarded her bird cage and just carries the bird.
And you joined when we were basically leaving to go to the dwarves.
And
Gotcha.
and Aspen's let loose a small spider in our grounds.
God damn it.
Amaya, Luna, and Benjamin hunted a boar for Maya's birthday.
Yay.
The spider ate a cat.
Also, it was Amaya's birthday.
Really? Do we have to have a spider around the keep?
It's not actually in the keep. It's now in the forest near the keep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Aspen
set it
knew better.
loose.
Yeah, Aspen knew better than to ask to keep the spider after it ate the cat, so he just let it go.
Oh dear.
Because he has vermin empathy, and he can't control every action the spider takes.
No, you can. All you do is technically make it friendly to you. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it, Aspen.
Anyways, dwarves.
Yes. Yeah. The group is heading northbound. Though, what was Adeline up to in her like week and a half, 2 weeks back at the keep?
You have two
was it
downtime.
downtime?
Yeah, two
Yes, of course
actions.
I don't know. That I'm probably going to have to think of that later.
Yeah.
May I suggest hookers and blow?
No.
I mean, she doesn't do the blow part often.
Yeah, fair.
I mean,
I-
does she
also-
really want to ply
Depends
her
on the
trade?
legality.
I mean, I just jokingly said, mysteriously, you can't find either your beautiful spy master, or Adeline.
I
Or
mean,
wine.
that's probably part of it. Yes. That's probably at least a few days of it.
At least I'm 50% correct.
I mean, I can't say you're wrong at calling her a hooker. Seduction is the most powerful form of information gathering.
Mm-hmm.
But the group sets out onto the road then. Through the long carriage ride through the snow. Being driven, like, you're just seeing the reins of the carriage, though, being held floating in midair, like no one's actually holding them, but they're still floating.
Oh yeah. We're taking this a little bit slower so we don't have a repeat of what happened last time we had magical carriages.
Are you saying you don't want the carriage to have to make a automatically failed check to fall off the road?
Yeah, or rather, Astifa will take the reins.
Okay, Estuva will bump the invisible creature out of the way and take the reins herself.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
My
does-
wisdom.
Now, does
is not
Estuva actually have profession driver?
She does not, but my wisdom isn't as abysmal as it could be.
Would you like Adeline to drive instead?
I mean, what's your wisdom?
14.
Mine's 16.
Oh, right.
How
So I'm
old are you?
old.
How old are you right now?
There you go.
I've been driving for 70 years.
Right.
Oh, dear. Alright, I forgot this isn't an animal carriage at all, so...
Isusa basically gets like a year older for each day we're traveling.
Eventually I will turn to dust.
Please don't.
Interesting note, on the inside of the carriage, though, it's remaining oddly warm in here, despite it being snowing outside. As Leo, in Leo, whatever's got him angry right now, his meaning is actually producing actual heat for the carriage. So take that as you will. Literally burning with anger.
The Elm Dance family is taking advantage of this.
Just using him like a campfire inside the carriage.
Yeah, because everybody in the Elm Dance family should be hibernating right now, and we're very unhappy that we are not. Actually, only Hazel and Cadme hibernate.
I will tell you, on his mongrel bloodline, he's perpetually channeling Red Dragon for this entire journey.
Mhm.
Just in case you wanted to know. Shiva's definitely noticed like dragon-like changes to him. Even to the minor.
Amaya is trying to pay as little attention to Leo during this as possible.
And for Adeline, well, how is Adeline going to feel about the fact you're going to one of the most magically unstable areas of the Empire?
I'm fine with it.
Is she
Adeline's not bothered.
interested in fighting giant magically touched monsters?
Yeah, sure. They're interesting. It's a nice change of pace.
Also, I look forward to Keros' castle level check to try and stop a wild magic event on herself.
Oh god.
To be blunt, Dark, you know what I'm like with wild magic events. What makes
My
you think
point-
I'd even try and stop it?
The reason I'm saying that though is the fact that because you're only first castle level, you're more likely to set off one than anyone else in the group. Even
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
well, actually, no. Technically, not more likely to set one off. You're the least likely to be able to resist it if it happens.
Yep. And Kelvis is too thick in magical affairs to try and avoid it.
I mean, she would know when her magic's going wrong. It gets pretty obvious when you know.
Yeah, but until she actually starts using it and seeing it going wrong, she has very limited abilities in
I
like
mean-
magical sensing and
I mean, as a
very
ca-
little
as-
knowledge.
I mean, you would just know it's going wrong. You get the feeling your magic's going wrong. That's just normal. Also, a carriage tends to hold 4 passengers, by the way. Plus driver and extra passenger on top. So
Yeah, we're gonna need 2. That's fine.
Cool. I'm in whatever carriage. I'm in whatever carriage Leo isn't.
I'm in Leo's.
And apparently also that's Cadme and family in Leo's.
Yep.
Because they want to be near the campfire.
It's warm like a fire, but not actually fire. It's
But
the greatest thing ever.
And
Except they're small-sized creatures, so they only count as half a person each.
which is good because there's 3 of them and only 2 slots left.
Mm-hmm.
And they can all kind of pile Keros at the same time. They got Keros and a campfire.
Except Keros
Yeah.
has been extraordinarily grumpy lately, so they haven't been around her lately because they don't want to have that psychic bleed off.
It is quite a miraculous change. As soon as like Luna, what you call it, and Benjamin and David left, she cheered right up again, back to how she normally is.
But only mildly grumpy.
Yeah.
So the question is, Adeline, Shiva, not Shiva, Stuva, which one of you is driving the cuddle pile carriage? And which one of you is driving the others?
I will drive Leo.
Okay. And that actually makes sense because he's also your loyalty follower. So.
I like him. He's a friend.
And that means that means both the people he's loyal to are in the same carriage. So.
Yeah.
You can't use any of his abilities. Why?
I don't care. I paid good money for him.
I mean, she can. I mean, Kara certainly can.
I mean, I can literally make very good use of his whole roll a +9 save instead of whatever the hell I have.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Because all of my saves are garbage.
And actually, all of his abilities are perfectly fine. Like, one of them is just you get like skills, right? Depending on what bloodline he's got running, basically.
Yep, which is really nice for any character. His +9 on saves is better than any of my saves.
And his spell drink was if you succeed at a saving throw against something, you gain temporary hit points.
Yeah.
There are all of the abilities that I forgot weren't linked to
Magic.
Yeah. They're just sort of martial abilities that are linked to magic. I need to remember this.
Mm-hmm. It's the thing is because Leo is not. He's very much a scrapper style sorcerer more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
He's a sorcerer who gets up in people's faces.
So. Oh yeah, he is. He's one of those followers which any of us could really benefit from his abilities.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the nice thing about being mongrel blooded is versatile.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to deal with the fact he's really stubborn. But that means in the other carriage we have Reese, Amaya, Shiva. Reese, Amaya, Shiva.
Adeline.
Would just be Reese. I think driving, so not in, but yeah.
And Lily.
Yeah, and Lily. So.
Where's Hestia? Because currently Hestia is a person.
Well, she'll have to. It looks like Hestia. Well, Hestia could either ride on the outside of one of the 2 carriages, or someone else gets shifted to the outside of one of the 2 carriages.
Nope. 1, 2, 3, not it.
I mean, would Amaya want to ride on top of a carriage?
Sure.
Because she's good against cold, so she's happy to drive.
Alright, I guess Amaya's out then.
In that case, so Amaya and Adeline are on top of the carriage. And that's Reese, Hestia, Shiva, and Lily inside the carriage.
Honestly, us 2 are probably the best to be out here in the weather anyway. Hooray for cold weather and endurance. Cold weather outfits and endurance.
And Amaya's best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the carriage can roll along the road then. But it's just important that I know, just in case something happens and I force someone to roll a check to see what happens. Who gets the consequences? Yeah, we can have Grand Theft Carriage. If anyone's interested in tarot readings, by the way, the slightly sick Lily can give those during our travel.
I will also
I'm
be
heading out.
offering her removed sicknesses.
That's true.
Reflex save. What's a reflex for?
Oh, oops, I accidentally clicked that try to open my notepad. Damn, but
Well,
120 I get this session.
you're 1 nat 20 accidentally clicking it. She will hit take a tarot reading, why not?
Is she even particularly into that kind of stuff? Or is it just something to pass the time while you're stuck in a carriage?
A mixture of pass the time, and I mean, she herself knows that how magic works, so she does kind of believe in it to some extent. Like, yeah, it makes sense that this is a possibility.
And you'd also know that Lily mentions Lily's spells actually come out of her tarot deck, which really says something.
Mm-hmm.
She's literally a persona user.
It's true.
Damn it, so she is.
Can I be the first persona? Cat would need to make a good persona.
What are you saying? Are you saying you want to be the fool? Or
Yeah.
It would work for her.
I mean, let's be honest, yeah, Academy could totally be the Four Arcana. Also, the fact that the Four Arcana is commonly like the Wild Card Arcana as well, that also works for Academy, given.
It also
Sure.
fits because Cadme can switch between, like, you know, the 6 different things.
Exactly. I think possibly the Chariot would end up going to. I think the Chariot goes to Tinder.
Really?
Yeah, the Chariot often ends up having a lot of stuff to do with like strength, physicality, and that kind of stuff. So
I suppose.
Also typically success.
Yes, because I've had so much of that.
we don't have to worry right now about assigning who's Lily's personas, or at least her social links. But you can certainly have a tarot reading from her. She's happy to perform them, and you actually find during the ride that she can do reading about various things, and she's often more correct than she is. She is definitely more correct than she is incorrect most of the time. From things about the weather to just finding out things about people that she shouldn't be able to know. Actually, especially that latter one. If you ask some very particular question about someone, her tarot cards normally tell her the answer.
You should totally go and see what's his face Oracle at some point, see how he's getting on. Crazy man.
Often.
Yeah, him.
Ah, shit, that's what I should have done with my second action. Oh well.
Alright, I meant to fucking do that. God damn it.
Oh, we're all great. We're all great friends.
It was the snow. There was so much of it. Emma, you were busy.
Yeah, I was.
You didn't have time to see crazy people.
He's enough of that around here.
I'm related to enough of them. Had my cousin and little brother over. It's enough crazy to fill my time period.
Heading up through the mountain pass. Because, of course, the Dwarven area is mostly mountains. The snow and ice covers the roads. Can I get a wisdom check from both of you who are driving?
Alright.
One.
Lily, would you be able to soothsayer us for this?
Yes. Lily could totally soothsayer you both, so you both roll twice in the first check you make during the day.
Please.
Okay, 15. Thanks for the +3.
17.
As it turns out, Lily's fortune telling might have saved your lives.
She just like
really?
screams at me out of the window, "Go left!" It's like,
Well, no, it wouldn't be that. Of course, she does. She did the action long before, so she kind of like she fortune told that you'll go like. If you're
She
not careful,
calmly
you're going to
says
fall.
you're going to fall off a cliff if you don't go left exactly 3 hours from now.
it's like the mental thing where it's like you're kind of spaced out and you just like hear in the back of your mind, go left, fucking go left.
This is 3 hours later, in case you fucking forgot. I like living.
Yeah, I like the idea that it's two for though. Like this morning, went through the tarot reading, and just what happened was just tower.
It's like, that's bad.
As it turns out, as you go along the icy road, part of the road, the snow is far softer, and one of the carriages tries like completely tipping over in the snow.
Oh.
But you're able to kind of keep driving regardless, and not just kind of flip over. But it does get very bumpy for a while trying to get along the icy trail. One of the carriages almost skidding off the edge of the ice, but it's fine.
Benefits
Phantom
of
horses-
fur, natural padding.
The phantom horses don't care. So why does she keep getting these horses? Now 4 of them in existence.
It's true.
2 per carriage. And where did you get these phantom boxes from?
They do look very velvety.
Oh god.
Don't ask.
Oh god. Oh god. So not only do we have a Persona user, we also have the Velvet Room.
Damn,
Right,
I
the
didn't
carriage
think
design.
about that.
Velvet Room carriages. Multi-track drifting. Thank you very much, J-Man.
Yay.
I do like the idea that we do a turn. It's just like somehow we're managing.
So now you're going to do that across like 2 separate cliff sides.
It's like Mario Kart.
Meanwhile, inside, Shiva and Reese are just reading.
These carriages have very good suspension, or whatever it is that keeps them like stable.
Now Shiva is using Mage Hand to keep her fucking book in place properly.
So just have it floating perfectly static compared to you. It's great. Yeah, the carriage ride actually doesn't take too long though. Turns out carriages are fairly speedy, and you're taking a main road actually. Helgus to Charlo is actually a fairly well-travelled road for the most. It's not too bad. So you're not heading the full direction there. And you get there otherwise though with relatively little issue.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, as a note, Lily's a bit of an interesting character when it comes to companion abilities. Because Lily's special power actually doesn't apply to a single character.
Oh.
Ooh. Is it party wide?
Yes, it's a party-wide effect.
Oh, nice.
Which literally comes from a fortune-telling power. Tarot reading. Each character once per day may roll twice on any check of their choice. But only once. But everyone just could roll twice on a single check during the day. Basically, her soothsayering, fortune-telling your rolls for you.
Is it any skill check or just any d20?
Let me check the definition, but I think it's almost any.
I think it's something like that. Any D20 check.
It's any ability check, attack roll, saving throw, or skill check.
Right.
Oh, piece the thing and bob.
Basically, though, you get to have the benefits of the fortune hex once per day. Just you choose when, because soothsayer. It's cool though. It turns out she's not the best combat-oriented person, but she can certainly do fortune tellings for you. So.
Yeah, not gonna be dragging a level 2 person into any of our combats, no thank you.
But she'll happily sit back and just read your fortune. Cadme, why have I gotten the fool with you 3 days in a row?
Oh, I mean, it is fall for me, and I'm very tired and sleepy. What does the fall mean? I'm not familiar with your deck of cards. No, I don't know.
Oh goodness, she now get to explain tarot reading to Cadme. Which in fairness, Cadme might actually enjoy.
It's very different. It is very different than the organ trails that we use.
But I think Cadme can appreciate because Cadme's capable of prognostication, which is literally this prognostication. So
Yeah, normally we have to kill like rabbits and stuff for that. That's why I normally don't do.
but the team PC though will end up arriving outside this, well, up within the Dwarven Mountains. You're not at Charhollow, but you've arrived at what seems to be a small border fort along the way. This is where you were told more or less to go. As you see high up upon the battlements, what does appear to be a large floating blimp beside the cliff. How is it floating? There's no strings, there's nothing.
What did you call that? A balloon?
You know what? Bet there's
Well,
air
the-
elementals in that thing.
Hmm. If this is like the train and there's a trapped fire elemental, I'm gonna be very happy.
They're probably not trapped. Air elementals are notoriously difficult to do that too. So if there are
yes,
yeah, so if they are in there, it's most
but
likely they're doing it.
bound by bad contracts is also a form of binding.
I doubt that. If anything, they probably made a deal with them.
There are mundane ways of getting something up in the air. Doesn't necessarily always have to be magic.
Wait, really?
Yep. I mean,
Oh.
it's incredibly expensive, but if you're going to make a thing worth ferrying things, you could probably pay it back eventually.
Oh, right then.
Investments.
But essentially,
None
though,
of
what
you
you
experienced a flying candle before.
Kindles don't fly; they're made of wax. They float.
Haven't. Don't think I've ever seen it. No.
Huh.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, there's a very beautiful thing that happens during the summer months. I don't generally participate because I don't have very much of a tribe, but they take a bunch of candles of various waxes and materials and they send them down the river. It's said to be like a way of making people float down the river of time.
Been there, done that.
Have you?
No.
My people do something similar.
But candles don't fly.
that's a picture of the airship.
Okay, that's it, Cadme. I'm going to need. See, I'm going to need some sticks, some paper, silk.
Wait a sec. No, I think I know what you're gonna do. I remember. I remember there was a festival at one place I visited. These paper lanterns.
You know what I'm talking about.
Wait, that's that? Oh. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Is that a keg attached to the bottom?
Probably.
Very possibly.
They're
I
dwarves.
get,
It's-
okay,
it's- it
we're
is
talking about
dwarf.
dwarves. Ignore me, I'm being stupid.
I try.
Though in fairness, there's actually quite a bit of cargo attached to the underside, so in this case, it looks like they're nearly fully loaded.
Yeah, but how much of that cargo is alcohol? Keg.
I cannot comment on that.
Probably a good bit.
It is both fuel and ration. That's why they need so much of it.
Just noticed multi-track drifting. I'm sorry.
But you can approach up towards supposedly the artisan whose ship this is. At least his workshop. Surrounded by the low ceilings of the dwarves.
Cozy in here.
Reese is fine, though it is uncomfortable for him.
Amaya's not fine.
Knock, 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 knock.
Now what is it? What is it?
Hi.
You see the stone door open effortlessly,
Hello.
and
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm supposed to be talking.
he kind of stares at you for a few moments. So why is there a bush knocking at my door?
The bush needs to go south. You said I've been told that you could go there.
Southeast of Farhold specifically.
Or as close as you can get her.
I mean, I'm going to Farhold, but that's not the point. Who are you all? What are you doing here?
I believe we have a letter which might answer some of that.
Yes, Valor.
I presume someone presents Elysia's letter.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Shiva.
She would present it? Sorry. If I have the microphone up for too long, it cuts out.
Sure. In that case, though, one moment. Shiva,
Mm-hmm.
can you roll us the first time we're actually going to be rolling a base statistic? Roll me a d20 plus the influence of the crew.
Ooh!
What is our
That's-
influence?
Good.
D20 plus 5.
Okay.
Yeah, our influence is our second best.
Question. Would Soothsayer work for this if it was a bad roll?
Are you saying would Lily's thing work?
Yeah.
I mean, you could technically use Lily's thing to roll twice, yes.
Well, let me see what I roll first. Yeah. Oh. Alright, well,
Oh.
you know.
But I believe Lily's thing is explicitly roll twice, not re-roll. It's roll. Oh no, it's re-roll.
It's reroll. Don't worry.
That's fine then. I just had to double check that. Still,
I wouldn't use it if it wasn't a reroll.
he grumbles slightly.
It's a garbage roll, but it will.
Damn it, Elisa, I did not agree to this. Look. You've been led this way, I know, but my ship's got enough on it right now. And to be frank, your group, something tells me bringing you along will be trouble.
Well, if there is any trouble, we can solve that trouble.
We are more than capable of taking care of ourselves. If you want, I'm even willing to pay you extra. The ship would cost quite a lot of travel. Please.
Hi, we could work security.
Very decent few of us have a few wings that might be useful should their ship come under attack on our trip.
And some of us are fairly strong if you need cargo moved.
And I can't say that I'm bad with Ballista.
I don't really know what I'm supposed to be offering, but that'd be helpful.
She'd bring good luck.
Oh, I would. Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh yes, I'm sure the walking shrub will bring plenty of good luck.
Hey,
She
Pay her
keeps
good
the air
luck.
fresh.
that too, yeah.
I think we'll be in the sky, won't we? I don't think
Mhm.
that's really a big issue.
Snorts a little. Look, I've got a no adventurers policy. I know your type. It's written all over you. Your kind always just brings trouble everywhere. Things explode a lot.
Shiva just kind of sighs. I am not here on adventuring reasons. I am here for nobility reasons. It's an entirely different manner from my daytime job.
He just kind of shakes his head for a few moments, looking at you all. Look, lady, whatever you are, whoever you are. I get that you might not be going on an adventure right now, but We've got a lot of delicate things on this ship. And, frankly, I don't like taking risks. Can you appreciate that?
I can certainly master dwarf. However, we are experienced enough to know our ability and not cause harm to around us. And she'll flash the like heroes badge thing we got when we were helping out in Helga's. This is not our first rodeo. We are all and we simply wish travel. As said, we will obviously pay for travel. We're going to pay extra as security if you would like. A thing may happen as direct cause of us.
Karis, make a diplomacy check.
Can I get aids from others talking?
They can try.
Man, I've tried this entire time to get the diplomacy check. God damn it.
I mean, you're only aiming for an aid now. If you can hit a 10 on a take 10, you aid.
Well, my diplomacy is 19, so...
Then you aid, then.
No, I'm just pissed that you got it instead of me.
Well, suck it. Makes you feel any better with your aids, I can't possibly roll lower than, those influence checks. Can anyone else aid me as well?
It's a good steer to be the most likely to, but that's up to J-Mac. He doesn't have to, obviously.
And Stiff to talk a wee bit, and she can't fail to aid.
There you go, then. 17. That was a shitty...
Do you want to abuse the power of Lily?
I mean...
I really want this fucking airship.
I can abuse the power of Lily. I also have a scheme that I can waste that at a later point as well. That was only a nat 6. I should roll back.
You've jinxed it now.
I know.
29!
Not much better, thank
Fuck
God.
you, 29.
Fine. Fine. Sure. You can all come. But if you cause me any trouble, I'm throwing you overboard.
That's understandable, and as I said, we are more than capable of ourselves in. Thank you, Master. And she'll basically say in Dwarvish some honorific title, perhaps something that's usually reserved for naval captains or something like that, because she hasn't been around airships before, but she's thinking it's basically a water ship but in the air. So similar titles maybe.
Quickly peers over the group. 250 gold.
Per total.
I'm not gonna try and rake a full fortune out of you right now. Total.
Thank
Oh,
God.
that's not bad.
I can't do math.
That's why this can do it for you.
Yeah, I wanted to do it for me. That's why I'm waiting for someone else to type it. Thank you. I still can't do math. Holy shit. God damn it. Wait, no, I figured it out. Okay.
If you ever figure it out. It's a big if.
Yeah, this helps Cadmium coin. It has Hestia a bit as well. Not Hestia, Hazel. Yeah.
Hestia can count. She
Yes.
can count up to 10 as opposed to 1 too many.
It's 3, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I really do not want to fall off the ship. That
No,
means
but you wouldn't fall, you'd be chucked off the edge.
That means I have to have Hestia hurt her brain, probably take off the helmet, and then put on Dragonite, and then save me. This whole thing.
By which time you splattered.
Actually, you'd probably be flying high enough that you wouldn't splat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you could at least get a couple of rounds off. A couple of rounds of actions. It's like, what, 600 feet in order to get a 1 round of actions?
I think it's 750.
750. Okay. Makes sense.
I have wings.
I'm made of air.
Yeah.
My wings are currently an elf.
Although, congratulations, you have met a new character.
Hello.
Captain
That's a
Bennett
blunderbuss.
Frostmarch.
That's a very fancy tube you have.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
We know a Frost March. Who
We
is
do.
it?
It was back from the keep, or from one up at whenever we were getting the will.
Yeah.
Amaya's going to ask about that.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
That was Dr. Frostmarch.
Yeah, Adling
Yeah,
would as well.
Maya's going to ask if he has a relative who is a doctor.
Kind of appears at that.
You're gonna find out he hates this relative with a passion.
That would be unfortunate.
My clan's big, I've probably got a bunch of doctors in it.
Oh, right. Frostmarch is a clan. Sorry, kind of forgot about that. Come from very small families.
Yeah, there's no problem. Though we do have a doctor aboard the ship, if you're interested.
It would be highly coincidental if he was the same doctor.
Amaya's going to give Dr. Frostmarch's full name because I'm sure she knows it. Even though I don't know it out of character.
It's actually, I mean, he was always just around the place, always known as Dr. Frostmarch, even by the staff.
Yeah, but Amaya's family would probably... Just knowing how often they got hurt. Feel like we would probably be on, at least a name basis.
The issue basically became at times, like, that was his name basically for everyone.
Yeah.
Which is the interesting part.
Still, do enough business with someone, you learn their name.
Harold. Dr. Harold
Does look like
Frostmarch.
Harold.
Except he's dwarven, so it'd be more like Harold Orn or something.
Hold.
Crawled.
As Amaya speaks out the name, there's someone steps out onto the top deck.
Wow, that's an incredible coincidence.
Amaya
Hello, doctor.
Amaya just bursts out laughing and says, I get Dr. Frostmarch. Have I got stories to tell you?
Yeah, it's been a while.
What in the world are you all doing here?
Hi, we're going south to Farhold.
Well, southeast, basically, yeah.
Yeah, true. Southeast.
Yes, I'm afraid you're going to have to put up with our company again.
Yep, for a little while.
Pretty sure he doesn't hate us, considering we saved that place.
No, it's
And
just
his life.
something she says.
We did literally save his
So
life,
need,
actually.
so need patching up again, am I?
No. Not unless something goes horribly wrong on the way there, which should not happen.
I like
Too much
to think
effort.
I've done a good enough job of keeping her in one place.
Well, everyone get aboard then. Captain.
Alright. Come on, Yuri.
Are we going straight to Farhold with this, or are we going somewhere else?
Basically straight to Farhold.
Oh, neat.
Nice.
There's technically a stop on the way, but that's not that big a deal. It's only like a few hours, so.
Gotta get more ale.
Ooh, we gotta cross over the inland sea.
Why is it you're all doing here? Last time I know you're supposed to be helping out. Actually, I don't remember what you're doing at this point.
We've been doing a lot of stuff. I can regale you with the tales later.
Oh, sorry about not getting back to you, Cadme.
You recognize her?
Yes.
She is very different to
It's a
last
doctor
time we
for
saw you.
Yes, she also was writing to me for a while.
Ah.
But I haven't been able to reply back in a while. Not got much mail up here.
Oh.
Hard for people to keep track of you when you're moving faster than the deliveries.
True. But, on the good news, if Cadme has any more letters, or if you have letters to send us, we should be able to get them a lot easier this now. Managed to get a rookery set up, so... Yay!
Oh.
Flying letters.
Kenny rummages around in her leaf mantle and pulls out a piece of paper. Here you go.
He takes it. Thank you, girl.
Yeah, we were really very busy, and I couldn't find the time to deliver it.
Anyway. Come into the lower deck. We're getting ready. We'll set off soon. Just be careful with the pipes.
Hey, very well. Tell me, are you allowed to carry a drink on this journey, or must you stay sober in case?
Is that a serious joke?
It's a dwarven vessel.
It was meant to be a joke, you know how I am. But yes, let's share a drink. I have many tales to tell you.
I don't think my brother could survive if he couldn't drink fine.
I did not know you dwarves could operate anything sober. I did not know you dwarves could operate sober.
Though up until this point, I didn't know that you could show up I didn't know you could show up at my door without an injury.
Ha!
That's when I always saw you as a kid.
That would
Maybe I should recount to all of your new companions here about what you were like when you were very young.
I'm sure they're more interested in that story than I would like them to be.
I imagine
I
you are
mean-
quite the same as you are now, far too headstrong and willing to get stabbed through the chest with a spider leg.
Oh yes, come. Let's all get a drink. Don't worry, we have a bar installed in the ship.
Yay.
And don't mind my brother being a crotchety old fool. He's just protective of his vessel.
Aye, runs in the family.
Quite understandable though. This is a remarkable
that-
vessel.
However, I'm actually going to leave things here, partly for my Nintendo sake.
Yep, because it's 11 and you guys need to go.
I need to start preparing for work tomorrow. Tinder's got work even earlier.
You people are adults. Disgusting.
I know,
I
right?
know.
But yeah, next time, airship ride.
As a reminder, I will not
Yay.
be here next week.
We'll say you're too drunken dwarven alcohol.
Yeah, it's basically from Thursday to Tuesday, I think. I'm basically going to be MIA.
Assuming we
Alright.
don't die horribly somehow getting a farhole on a ship, then we can always just say we went with Leo as well, anyways.
Hmm.
And you and Dark can cover that at some point if you need to, I'm sure. Your
Yeah.
schedules line up okay.
Yep.
It sounds so.
And
Reunion.